It's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Be sure to like the video. That was an overly dramatic jump. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. Buying any game on that Xbox store. The affiliate link in the video description takes you to the Microsoft Store. Sports content. I mean, you're probably buying things digitally anyways. There's the Amazon affiliate link for, you know, anything on Amazon. Like a collar for your cat? Your tortoise? I don't know. And, consider becoming a channel member, perks, emotes, icons, all that great stuff. Oh, it's awesome to be a member of the channel. Or so I've heard. Man, they do not stop with the artillery on this. Holy. It's actually a clever way to keep the headquarters safe, is just to, like, pelt it with artillery, I guess. Hello there. So anyways, yeah, today was the big PlayStation Showcase event, which apparently a lot of people have been waiting a long time for, and I was like, oh, it's been that long? I was like, okay. And then I kind of, like, I wasn't sure what I was doing with the day, so I kind of, I wound up watching it, actually. And it was, kind of really underwhelming. I was really, yeah, I was incredibly underwhelmed. Usually the PlayStation showcases are, like, top tier kind of things, you know, like the state of plays are usually like, you get what you get. But like usually the PlayStation showcases, which are their big conferences, are like stacked with things, and I was just like, where are all the games? I was like, this is weird. There was like, everything was like third party, and it was like indie. Everything was like an indie game. It was like an indie fest. I was like, some cool indie games, but I was like, these are, you know, I really wasn't that impressed by it. I was like, oh, okay. Really ultimately disappointed, because I was like, oh, this is going to be, allegedly the rumors from leakers were like, this sets up the second stage of the PS5, and I was like, I hope not. I hope there's more exciting games than this coming. So I was like, man, that's not a lot. Yeah. So I was, yeah, I was pretty underwhelmed by it. I mean, it was nice to see, you know, some updates on games, I guess, but overall I was expecting something a lot more, you know, oomph, exciting. Is like, where's all their first party stuff? I think it was like, what? Essentially, I think it was just Spider-Man and like Marathon, but Marathon's not going to be an exclusive. It was weird, honestly. It was very, very weird. Yeah. So it was probably the most disappointing PlayStation event I've seen. They're usually really good shows. Because this, you know, when they do showcase, that's essentially their like E3 equivalent conference. So I was like, oh. I was like, that's really a bummer. Yeah. So. Anyways, I hope that the Xbox showcase, you know, isn't worse, because, I mean, it's a pretty low bar set by the PlayStation event, but, yeah, that was really disappointing today. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, it was cool to see some stuff, but, yeah. And their one more thing was Spider-Man, and I was like, but we already know Spider-Man's coming. We already know what it really looks like. I don't know. Very, very disappointing. It was a start to a pretty lackluster kind of day overall. How are you not dying, dude? I joined this like lobby like way late, and it's like, it is like established for combat. This is like a crazy headquarters match though, because it is like very high scoring for kills. Rating C? Who uses, like, I really don't know too many people that use alphabetical rating and stuff like that. But yeah, no, it was an incredibly lackluster show. It's like, PlayStation, I know you can do better. Seriously though, like, what are all their first party stuff? Like, what are they all working on? in general, what's going on this generation? Where are the first party games? Like, it's really disappointing because I was expecting some sort of showcase of what's coming down the road. And it was also like everything was like just CGI trailers too, and I was like, you know, we can't even get CGI trailers of like the other stuff. I should just find a new lobby. This is going so badly. God, like literally the other team has been like coming back this time. Like I thought I joined like a gold lobby where we were doing really well, but I guess I was mistaken. Jeez. Because we were up by such a score, and I was like, oh man, this team looks so good. But I was mistaken, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna find a new lobby. Why waste my time? Got better things to do. No, it's just like I don't know if games are just too hard to develop for now, or what's going on. It's just like, you know, last gen PlayStation, they were just pumping out the big games, and it seems like they're struggling this time. But yeah, it was just like an indie show. I don't know. I was pretty bummed out about it. I actually sat there and watched it, and I was like, damn it, I should have just watched the trailers afterwards. Because that was my initial plan. I was like gonna go to the gym and just like watch the trailers, but I was like, maybe I'll go out for a walk today or something. And then I'm like, I'll watch the showcase and go out for a walk, and then I watched the showcase and I was like, okay. And then I went and got some like ice cream at like La Dippery. Last time I go there, it's way too expensive. I had a coupon, so you get 2 for $10. They're like mini blizzards, but like they were like this big. Like I'm not even kidding. Like the cup size was like that large of ice cream, and it was like it was just like cookie crumble basically. It was like Oreo I got, but it was just like cookie crumble. Like there was no ice cream, and I was like, this is ridiculous. Because I was like, I should have spent $1 more and got like a huge Starbucks like drink, and I was just like, it was pretty disappointing on my walk too. Yeah, I wanted to, you know, at least some big ice cream if I was getting an ice cream. And I'm like, okay, I'm done with that place. Because last time there wasn't much for the cost, but yeah, way too expensive for what it is. On reflection, should have went for the milkshake. And I'm sure the cup would have been smaller too. Like, it was funny because the cup kept looking like it was smaller and smaller. By the time the lady handed me the cup, I was like, I can't believe how tiny this is. This is like the smallest bit of ice cream. It didn't even get cold. Anyways, yeah, that was a bummer. It's just kind of like a, not a bad day, but just a meh day. It all started with that underwhelming showcase. Seriously, where's Last of Us Factions, you know? What's Ben's studio been working on? What have all these studios been working on at PlayStation? Where are the games at? Yeah, anyways, we'll go through the list of games in a sec here. I've actually got like a alphabeticized roster that I can look at. I guess the first one, you know, obviously easy to talk about, Alan Wake 2. You know, obviously big on Alan Wake, huge Alan Wake fan. I didn't think we'd ever get a sequel, and I definitely didn't think that sequel would have the marketing rights bought up by PlayStation, but yeah, I guess Xbox just does not give a damn anymore about their legacy games. So, yeah. There goes Alan Wake. How do you give up a franchise you own and lose the marketing rights to it? Oof. But, you know, Xbox, they make really dumb decisions constantly, so it is what it is. But yeah, Alan Wake 2 looks great. Very excited for it. Looks excellent. Looks like, you know, a Remedy title. It looks like an Alan Wake sequel. Looks like it's going to be a little scary. Very hyped for that game. That'll be my, if I don't get it to review, I'll buy this game of the fall. So yeah, that'll be my Hogwarts Legacy of the fall season. But very eager and excited to see where that story is going. I'm also hoping there's some interesting tie-ins with like other Remedy properties, which would be fun. Yeah. I hope the Xbox Showcase will be better. That's what I was saying, because I was like on Twitter and people were like, oh, do you think the Xbox Showcase will be better? I'm like, the bar is pretty low. So I mean, I couldn't imagine it being worse, but if it is, I mean, damn, man. Like, seriously, like, it was a very underwhelming showcase. It's as I said, like the PlayStation showcases are usually like top tier, like great. Like I've been to numerous ones like in person for like E3 and stuff. Their showcases are awesome. And that one was just like, I was sitting there like 20 something minutes in, I'm like, is anything gonna happen? I was like, I was doing very good at calling the games too. I was like, that's Helldivers. I was like, that's Talos Principle 2. Very easy to, I guess, essentially guess what was gonna be popping up. So yeah, Alan Wake 2 not getting a physical release. Yeah, no, I saw that. So Alan Wake 2 will be digital only. You know, for you guys out there that like physical collections, it's beginning. I told you, it was gonna come. The end of the physical disc is near. Seriously. It's gonna start being 1 or 2 titles, but yep, by this, maybe the end of the next gen, there won't be physical copies for console anymore. This is the start of that. But, you know, enjoy your physical collection while you can. Yeah, it does indeed look like, unless they revert the decision, because a lot of people get mad about it, but yeah, Alan Wake 2 is skipping the physical, which I'm totally fine with, but yeah, I know a lot of people like their physical copies. I hear about it all the time on the channel, so I get it, but yeah. So I wouldn't actually say it was weird, but a couple of my pals were like, what is this? And I'm like, come on, y'all buy it digitally anyways. Did I play Tears of the Kingdom? Sorry, but one of my Twitter friends is messaging me about this. People are always welcome to join in. Yeah. Lol. Didn't I talk with him about playing Tears of the Kingdom? That's so weird that he doesn't remember that. Okay, so yeah, Alan Wake, that's out of the way. So that was, to me, that was like a big thing to see. I was like, oh, that's so cool. So I'm kind of wondering, for Alan Wake, just to talk about that quickly, it looks like maybe Alan Wake is like writing the story, because it looks like you play as that that FBI agent lady. It looks like you play as her. So I'm assuming Alan Wake is kind of like writing what's happening, because he's like, we're all stuck in a horror story and he's typing away. So I'm like, I think you play as multiple characters perhaps. And it's like Alan Wake is the one creating these like stories of what's going on as he battles the, you know, the darkness and Mr. Scratch or whatever. I'm so intrigued to see where that goes. Like, I never thought I was going to get an Alan Wake sequel. And, yeah, literally going to have one this year. That's just, to me, that's insane. These shotguns are so overpowered. We'll get to the next game, the next game in a sec. I'm just, you know, just on a bit of a streak right now, so I'm gonna see if I can keep that going here a little bit. Because I'm like 1 away from a chopper. And I kind of wonder if I should switch from the shotgun and like climb up a little bit and see if I can get this last thing. Sorry, obviously I've got a kill streak going, so it doesn't help that my UAV is blocked though. Yeah, if my UAV wasn't blocked, that would be a lot more helpful. So we're taking C. Does that mean they're spawning A? Where are they all at? I need like 1 more kill with my freaking chopper gunner. Where are these dudes at? Like, are you kidding me? God damn it, dude. From Evil Dead. Oh, she might have been an Ash vs. Evil Dead. That just did kind of look like her. God, this game kills me on the inside. Alan Wake Remastered didn't do well. I think it was kind of bad performance. They didn't really promote it very well. Fable this year, that would be nice. Again, I do have a, you know, Xbox showcase, like, rumors chat video if you guys haven't seen it up on the channel. It goes over all the stuff. But then again, I thought we would see at least 2 or 3 more things from PlayStation, so... Ugh. What a genuine shocker and bummer that event was. Wow. Also, like, me missing out on that 1 kill from some guy sniping me with an SMG across the map, so that was lovely.
Watching your 6, soldier! Enemy here!
Chucky, you're dead. Anyways, we'll get to the rest of the PlayStation stuff in a sec here. I have to like look at my list to see what's next. I got it alphabeticized, so makes it easier. Arizona Sunshine 2, which is on VR. I'm assuming the first game was popular, so the second one will be. The PSVR 2, I guess, has just about, I think they said 600,000 sales, so it is doing decently well. I think it is, what did they say, 6 or 8% higher than the PSVR 1 in the similar time span. There's also, I would say, less PS5s out in comparison to the PS4s at the time, and it's more expensive, so I would say the PSVR 2 is actually looking decently well. We'll have to see if the sales and stuff continue, but I'd say it's selling about at expectations. You know, actually, I did not know that Jim Ryan was British. I was genuinely shocked when I saw him speaking. I was like, what? Yeah. Oh, the Gran Turismo movie? Yeah, I don't know why you would include that in your showcase. That was terrible. That was really bad. I was like, why are they showing this movie? Nobody cares. Anyways, yeah, it's been a while. Be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great. Donations, cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons, all that great stuff. There's channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times, the Xbox Store affiliate link for Xbox Store purchases, and the Amazon Store affiliate link as well. And GamerHeadquarters.com, I write stuff occasionally. I'm assuming, yeah, I want to unlock the XP and stuff. That way I can get up into that top corner there, and I can collect the COD points and the XP, 45 minutes of double XP. Yeah, okay. That's the plan. Let's go for it. Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about the PlayStation Showcase. Hi, folks. You thought he was American? I didn't know what he was, but I didn't think he was British. The thought never crossed my mind, and I was like listening to him speak, I was like, what the? I was like, no way. Assassin's Creed Mirage, which I guess was the first time people have seen regular gameplay of it. I mean, I thought others had already, but yeah. Few games had dates and real gameplay. Yeah, it was pretty CGI. It was pretty indie fest too. Yeah. Beat Saber DLC for Queen. Why even include that in your showcase? Cat Quest looks cute, I guess. Concord. What was Concord? There was a ship game called Concord announced? Wow, how did I miss that? I literally watched the event. Crossfire. Guys, they took Crossfire from Xbox. Crossfire, Sierra Squad, VR. Destiny 2. They brought back Kaid. Don't care. Dragon's Dogma 2 looks pretty good. Yeah, nice to see that one get an update and some gameplay for Dragon's Dogma 2. That looked nice. That one's one to look forward to. It should be pretty impressive. It's been long awaited. Final Fantasy 16. Not anything new or surprising. I mean, we knew it was coming already, right? Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2 VR. Whatever. Foam Stars, which is ridiculous. When I saw Foam Stars, I was like, is this Peach Beach Splash? But, like, not adult and fun? So, Foam Stars, it looks like it's PlayStation exclusive, I think. And it's a 4v4 shooter where you shoot champagne foam at each other. It looks really dumb. I will review it and possibly stream it, but it looks really dumb. Like, super dumb. But, you know, I'll cover it, because it's a shooter kind of thing, and, you know, I like shooters, so we'll do that one. Yeah. MLB Stickball? I've never done that one. Crossfire X. Hey man, they took Crossfire from us and they turned it VR. How could they do this? First they take Alan Wake, and then they take our Crossfire. Yeah. The Forest Fires? Oh. It's a bit better. It's still not like 100% normal, but like honestly, the air has been way better. Yeah, no, the forest fires aren't as bad right now, which is nice. But then again, it seems kind of off and on, so I don't know. But yeah, last couple days, okay. Day prior was pretty bad, and yeah, it comes and goes. It's like, it is like Splatoon, but I kept thinking of Senran Kagura Peach Beach Splash, which I have a video up of on the channel, guys. If you have never seen that game, it is quite something. It's a third-person Super Soaker shooter game, and like, you know, like in Gears where you like execute people, so you execute your because it's all females, right? It's the samurai ladies, but in like bathing suits, and you execute your opponent women by shooting their clothes off with rubber duckies that spray water. So yeah, it's quite an experience, honestly. It's yeah, I've got a video of it running on PS5 up on the channel. Senran Kagura Peach Beach Splash is a cherished exclusive in the PlayStation library. It's a game of culture, some would say. It's very, very unique. And that's what Foam Stars reminded me of, but without the fun twist of it. I don't know, Foam Stars just looks really lame, honestly, but, you know. Yeah. It was a weird one. It was very, very weird. I really don't quite understand why that one exists, but, you know, like I said, give it a try. Who knows, maybe it'll be a lot of fun. Okay, what are with the spawns on this meh map? Like, the map flows okay, but it is kind of like, so-so. Yeah, Foam Stars. What a weird game concept. I kind of thought it was like some kind of weird twist on like Final Fantasy or something, but I'm like, oh no, it's just a foamy shooter. I was like, alright. Strange. Yeah, PlayStation really locking down those top tier exclusive titles. Yeah. Yeah, I thought they would announce a PS5 Slim. I was pretty bummed out that they didn't, but they could always do a hardware announcement later on. Yeah. Ghost Runner 2, which was immediate. As soon as I saw the bike going along, I was like, oh, okay, that's a Ghost Runner sequel. I know what that is. Okay. You know, if you like Ghost Runner, cool. You know, whatever. It's kind of neat. Cyberpunk sort of samurai type kind of game. Yeah, looks interesting. But not really a surprise that got announced. And again, kind of, I think that one's more AA as opposed to like AAA or indie, so yeah, should be okay. Don't really have any, you know, negativity towards that one. Could be cool. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. Yeah, that one looked fine. It would be actually, I'd really like to see that franchise. And I think there's one more that's always on PlayStation. Was it the Atelier series? I'd like to see Grand Blue and Atelier come to Xbox. I think that would be kind of cool. They're pretty niche though, so I don't know how well they would do. Yeah. I mean, there should be a sexy time angle with Foam Stars. I don't understand the point of it otherwise. Yeah. Everyone will play their... I think most of us have been playing our backlog for the last couple of years. I know I really have. Yeah. It was like, again, just the strangest showcase. I was like, you know, they should have called it a PlayStation State of Play, because I was like, when I hear showcase from PlayStation, I'm expecting like the bangers, the heavy hitters, just to be like, whoa, that was crazy, or man, I don't know if those games will ever come out. There's so many intense ones, but today I was just like, what was that, PlayStation? Where the games at, man? Where them games? I'm kind of actually worried about this generation. It's like, you know, we're starting to get good games this year. It's gonna be a good year for gaming, but like, almost all of the games you can play on like your old consoles, right? Like, probably 95% of them you could still play on like the Xbox One or the PS4. I'm sitting here being like, you know, I know why I buy a next-gen console, but I'm sure there's a lot of people being like, what is the point? Like, you know, there's not stuff new that's taking advantage of these consoles. And when new stuff does come out that takes advantage of the consoles, the performance on those games seems like kind of meh, or they're not really graphically insanely impressive, and it's really weird. This whole gen of gaming just feels like off. You know, like we've got all this power and it just seems so underutilized by both platforms. It really does. It genuinely feels underutilized. 2 exclusives every year. I hope they release more than that. Yeah. The Last of Us factions. I kind of think maybe that one will get canceled at some point. It's been in development for like way too long, right? Because that was supposed to be part of The Last of Us Part 2. And then it kind of spun off into its own thing, but like the fact that it's been this many years, like Last of Us Part 2 came out, what, 2019 or something? Like, what is going on with that game? Like, taking something that's single player and shoving into a multiplayer experience should not... Like, it takes time, but it shouldn't take that long. So I think that one's having development issues, or it's, like, kind of being pushed aside or something. I don't know. But yeah, it was weird not to see factions. It's like, what are they doing? Helldivers 2 looks interesting, maybe a little generic, but, you know, looks interesting, shoot a bunch of bugs. Immortals of Avium, we already knew that one was coming, so it was just an update trailer. Marathon. So I was really, really excited about Marathon. That was probably my most excited the announcement that excited me the most out of the entire showcase was Marathon. I have a video of Marathon running on the Series X, in case you guys are wondering what Marathon is. I do have that up on the channel. Marathon's pretty cool. So you wouldn't have Halo if you didn't have Marathon. Seriously, when you play Marathon, it's essentially like Halo the prequel. It really is. Like, you play as a guy that's basically like Master Chief, and you shoot things that are like reminiscent of like the Covenant. Like, it's literally Halo. And then they were rebooting Marathon, which I thought was weird because A, they abandoned the Marathon trademark or copyright or whatever, from what I understand. Like, the first Marathon is considered free abandonware online. So I guess Sony wanted Bungie to, unless it was already in development ahead of, you know, Bungie being bought or whatever, get that IP going again. But yeah, so Marathon, it looks really visually quite cool, but that's not what the game is at all, from what I was reading. So it's an extraction shooter, and I was like, why? Why would you do... Because, you know, Marathon should be like, if you reboot it, it should be like Doom 2016 or Doom Eternal, honestly. So it was just so weird. They're like, I'm like, why are you taking Marathon? Like, just call it something else. It's like, it's not like any of the young people know what the hell Marathon is. Most of you probably have no goddamn idea what Marathon is. It's like, why call it Marathon if it's not Marathon? It's just... Yeah, so it's just going to be another generic extraction shooter. So basically, it's just going to be Destiny multiplayer, but in an extraction shooter game. That's what that game will be, and I'm like... Oh, okay. So I went from like, yeah, to being like, alright, I'll play it and stream it and whatever, okay. But yeah, that was a bummer for me. That was really disappointing. I was genuinely excited. I was like, oh my god, you could do so many cool things with Marathon. But, yeah, it sucks to suck. Yeah. So Sony, when they bought Bungie, the idea was, I think it might be free to play, honestly. If it's an extraction shooter, it's probably free to play. So Bungie is kind of like, from what I understand, they're similar to Mojang, where they do their own stuff. And I also believe the idea is that Sony has realized that multiplayer games, in order to thrive, need to be available on as many platforms as possible. So you're going to see more multi-plat stuff from PlayStation. But of course, you know, if you're on PlayStation, you'll have all the perks and special items. This match is a loss. Might as well find another lobby. So yeah, I'm guessing Marathon's gonna be free to play. I would assume it will be, and it's an extraction shooter, and it's gonna probably look really nice. But yeah, I'm a little bummed out about it because it's definitely not like, it's not what I was hoping it would be for Marathon. I was like, oh, okay. I'm still interested in it. Could be fun, could be cool, but yeah. When I hear things like Battle Royale or Extraction Shooter, I kind of go, okay, we'll see. It's like, it's hard to do something new in those spaces, but yeah, just super disappointed by that. Super bummed out. They overpaid. I definitely don't think Bungie was worth as much. The other rumor is like a fantasy series. Like Bungie's working on like a fantasy game too. Kind of makes me wonder if they're gonna reboot. What was that one called? Myth or? Ah, man, does anybody know what the old Bungie fantasy game was called? They had, I think, Ani, which is owned by Take-Two Interactive, but I think it was called Myth. It was like a fantasy game from Bungie. I'm thinking that's what the other game is going to be. They're just rebooting their old IP, but like renaming it and making it like something different. Is what my assumption is. I'm gonna go look that up because I am curious what that other, what that other Bungie game was. But it seems like they are just taking their old IP and they're just rebranding it and rebooting it and stuff like that. So yeah, Ani, that's owned by Take-Two Interactive. Myth, okay, so I was right. So I'm pretty sure the other game that Bungie is working on over at PlayStation is going to be a reboot of Myth, which was their fantasy sort of strategy game. Metal Gear Solid. So for Metal Gear, we have Metal Gear, like Snake Eater is a remake. So that one's getting remade. It's going to be on Xbox, it's going to be on PlayStation, PC. I think they also said Switch or something. But the other thing is there's going to be the collection, so 1, 2, and 3. And it said collection part 1, so I'm assuming this is Konami is going to remaster all of the Metal Gear stuff, because I'm pretty sure it was called Collection Part 1. Now, I can't get confirmation on if that one's actually coming to Xbox. As far as we know, it could be timed for PlayStation, the collection. They said it's coming to modern platforms, but there's nowhere online actually specifying if it is coming to Xbox. I emailed my Konami person, and they said stay tuned for information there and future announcements. So they're kind of, at least from what I understand, they're keeping that close to the chest in regards to whether or not that is coming to other platforms. I don't know why. I'm assuming the collection will be available on everything they can throw it on, but for now we're not 100% sure what is going on there with that one. So, yeah, I'm hoping that ends up on Xbox, obviously. Like, we already have, is it 2 and 3, I think, available? Like, I've done videos, yeah, there's the collection, which is 2 and 3. But, obviously those are pretty old, but, I've done videos on those ones, very, very successful. So I am hoping that we do get the Metal Gear collection, so I can cover those. That would be nice, little bump up in the summer for views. That would be awesome. I mean, we'd probably stream and stuff too, so yeah. Metal Gear, very interesting. So we're getting a remake, which we know will be on all platforms, and then there's a collection, and we have no idea how that one's going. Yeah. Oni was awesome. Yeah, I've always heard very good things about Oni and stuff, but Marathon is really, really cool. It definitely is. Like, I think you can still buy it on the Xbox, and you can play it on your Series X and your Series S. I think it's like pretty cheap too because it's an arcade game. It's actually, I'd say it's a recommend for me. It's actually pretty cool. Like I said, I do have a video showing it on the channel. But yeah, Marathon is kind of a neat title. But like I said, I also believe it's abandonware online, so you should be able to just download it for free on PC if you want to. And see, what Marathon was all about. But obviously this new Marathon is nothing like the old one. My other thing is, it's like, is this one of those times where they're announcing Marathon like really early and they don't have any gameplay prepared? Or what's going on there? It's weird. Yeah. But we'll have to wait and see how Marathon shapes up. Like I said, it's a title on PlayStation. I'll review it. I'll stream it. Well, actually, no, it's coming to Xbox as well. Never mind. We'll just play it, review it, and stream it on the Xbox. Yeah, as per usual. Keep thinking it's gonna be something else, but yeah. So that should be fun. Should be neat. Should be something to cover. Always looking for new multiplayer games I can add to my stream rotation, right? But yeah, it should be just, I would imagine, we don't know for sure, but I would imagine it'll be a free-to-play, we know it's an extraction shooter, and it'll be live service, and you'll get better perks being on PlayStation, and I think they also said it's going to be cross-progression, which is expected, so yeah. Yeah. They did do a lot of announcements for PSVR too. Oh, yeah, Xbox, they tweeted very very cheekily afterwards, all the games from the PlayStation Showcase will also be released on Xbox. So that makes sense, you know. I think PlayStation does that too, and Xbox does a conference. It's just really to let your audience know that, like, hey, a lot of these games, as you know, even though we didn't announce them, they are coming to the platform. So yeah, kind of funny in that regard, a little cheeky, but also I think quite necessary probably too. And we'll move on to the next game in a sec here. Ah, god damn it, man. We got Neva? What was Neva? Oh, that was the one with the weird fox thing with the ears. I was like, okay. There was actually a really funny tweet. Someone online was like, oh, it's a whole bunch of other games that are metaphors for depression. Ah, what a shocker. And I was like, oh my god. Yeah, another indie game that's a metaphor for depression. Like, whoa, how original. But, no, yeah, Neva actually looked pretty adorable. That's from, I think, the creators of Gris, I believe. So, it should be in line there. It was very aesthetically pleasing. Okay. I'm tired of dying in this lobby already, thinking I should find another one. We'll see. Yeah, I'm just, like, totally not in the mood to getting, like, destroyed tonight, so I just keep hopping along in different places. Yeah, new lobby. I don't give a damn tonight. Phantom Blade Zero. Which was Phantom Blade? Oh, the one, another Dark Souls hack and slash. Yeah. Cool, I guess. I don't know. Just looked like another one of those, you know, Dark Souls-like games, so whatever. Resident Evil 4 VR2. You know, I think we already knew that was coming. Revenant Hill. What was that one? I don't want Marathon. Revenant Hill. Oh, yeah, that was like, I think the Night in the Woods follow-up or something. Yeah, I guess that looked okay. Pretty indie. Spider-Man 2. So yeah, Spider-Man 2 was, I don't know, it was okay. It seems like they're really focused on, like, Miles. And I'm assuming they're setting up a battle where the symbiote is going to be Miles versus Peter and the symbiote or something. And then I think Venom might be an end deal. What is with Sony and just shoving Venom into everything they can? Like, Venom's a cool character, but, like, Spider-Man is so much more interesting without Venom. And it's like, Venom's cool, but it's like, you know, that's why Spider-Man 3 had Venom. That's why Venom's its own side movie universe that people go watch, and I don't know why. And, you know, it's just like, they really want to shove Venom into everything they can. And it's like, it's cool, but it's like, So it's going to be interesting, because I think the arc of Venom is going to be different, because obviously Miles is involved. It's going to be interesting. It will be. But yeah, I did think, and I haven't had a chance to watch the higher resolution trailer yet, but I was kind of a little, like, the visuals were looking a little rough on Spider-Man 2. A lot of people online were saying the water, and I was kind of, like, looking at the graphics for, like, the backyard and stuff, and I was kind of, like, thought it would look a little bit more visually impressive, because I think that one's only on current gen, right? I don't know, we'll see. Insomniac, they do great stuff. I'm very excited for Spider-Man 2. Obviously, it's one of the big releases this year. I love Spider-Man. Huge Spider-Man fan. So I hope it's really, really good. But, yeah, I don't know. And then they're doing the whole Kraven the Hunter thing. And I think that's because Sony's trying to do a Kraven the Hunter movie. And, yeah, it makes sense. So Kraven's going and hunting all the things. And you have all this, like, interactions. It'll be interesting. I hope it turns out good. Yeah. I hope Spider-Man 2 is really, really good. But, like, it was weird that was their one last thing, and it was also, like, a very long trailer, and a lot of it wasn't really, like, it was gameplay, but it was mostly, like, cinematic sequences that you, like, would lightly interact with. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see what Spider-Man 2 is, but I'm still very, very excited to have another Spider-Man adventure to go into, and I hope it's really good. Yeah. Yeah, it's exactly this to promote the movie and everything like that. One. Yeah, Kraven is a cool character, but it's also weird that they're trying to build Kraven up to be such a... Because, like, you know, rogue gallery-wise, Spider-Man has some of the, if not, like, the best selection of, like, villains that you can enjoy. Maybe, you know, Batman would be, like, you know, a competitor, maybe a little bit better, I don't know. Depends on how you look at it. But you got so many villains for Spider-Man. And it's like they went with Kraven and Venom, and it's basically just Sony Pictures just shoving in their interests into it. And I'm like, you know, there's so many other cool things you can do with this character, you know, like, I don't know. I'm sure it'll be cool. It makes sense having Kraven, it makes sense having the symbiote, but like, I feel like there's something else they could have done with Spider-Man 2 and then built up to this bigger event later on. And it's like, I don't know. We'll see. Spider-Man 1 was really, really good. Miles Morales was alright as a standalone. I hope with Spider-Man 2 they knock it out of the park, and obviously we'll see, you know, at the end of the year when review time comes. But I hope Spider-Man 2 is really good. I genuinely do, because, you know, I love Spider-Man. I also love when people like the stream. What? Subscribing's great, donations cool, consider becoming a channel member, cool perks, emotes, icons, all that great stuff. There's channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, great times. There's the Xbox Store affiliate link for Xbox Store purchases, and the Amazon Store affiliate link as well. I know. Oh, I'm sure there'll be lots of villains, but I was just kind of hoping that it wouldn't. I don't know if I like the idea of like the focus of the game being Kraven and Venom when I know it's just Sony pushing their movies as opposed to like trying to like genuinely make an interesting standalone game, right? We saw their meddling with Spider-Man 3. We saw them trying to shove Venom and stuff into their other movies over the years, and it's always at the detriment of whatever Spider-Man property is being made, is them shoving in these items that don't really organically fit in what's already been established, and rushing. It's like Amazing Spider-Man 2, where they were rushing to try to do like the Sinister Six, and that killed that franchise. Spider-Man 3 with Venom being shoved in there when Raimi didn't want him. The standalone Venom movies, which again, I don't get why people love them so much, but you know, that exists. And then Kraven, they're going to start doing. And what really bothers me about Kraven and Venom is like, they're trying to make these standalone Spider-Man movies without Spider-Man, and it's like, stop. Why are people watching this? Have mercy on my soul. These people are supposed to be fighting Spider-Man. They don't make sense as characters outside of Spider-Man. Please don't watch these movies. God, why did a billion of you go and watch these movies? Oh, this is painful. We're never going to have a good cohesive Spider-Man universe because you guys are allowing them to make standalones of these terrible characters. Oh my god. Thank God Morbius did bad. it's just like, ugh. So I'm hoping that like Venom and Kraven are done in an organic way that Insomniac wanted and not just shoved in there, because I would be scared of that. Yeah, because there's like, you know, there's like Goblin, there's Electro, there's Shocker, there's Mysterio, there's the Wizard is being shown, which is a cool character. There's Doc Ock, which you could actually really, again, unleash Doc Ock if you wanted to, or play up the good guy, bad guy angle. You know, there's so many characters. And it's like, you're just, so many characters, you know what I mean? So many others. Not to mention, you could play with, like, Black Cat more. They did teaser, which is nice, but there's also Silver Sable. And then there's enemy corporations. There's, like, Oscorp you could be pushing in. There's Roxxon, which they were kind of developing in Miles Morales. You could start doing other spider people, too. But it would be nice to have some adventures focused more on just, like, you know, the core Spider-Man. But, you know, obviously we're doing a bit of a shared universe here. So, I don't know. Throw in Spider-Gwen, why not? I don't know. I'm just, again, Spider-Man's, like, my favorite character. So, like, you know, I do care quite a bit about what they do with him. And the Spider-Man game is so good that I hope that they just don't, you know, go in a weird direction with it and ruin that magic. That's my big worry. Oh, that was close. I almost lost my life to that woman. Venom was good 1 and 2. Okay, you keep believing that. Yeah, Carnage is a really cool character. Yeah. Sandman. I don't think game development's harder because of graphics. I think game development is harder because the complexity and the size of games has increased tremendously. you know, we're always wanting more and more realistic, larger and larger worlds, and these developers are trying to create ways to pad time instead of, like, really focusing and narrowing in. You know, you're supposed to have games like The Last of Us, which are, like, 20-something plus long, just core stories, and it's like people are starting to expect more and more, and it's just like a lot of these projects are just not feasible. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so many games are coming out really broken, but it's like the scale and the complexity of these games is insane. And then, you know, you do have to, you know, create 4K assets. Takes longer than 1080p assets, and there's a lot more behind games, and games are a lot harder to make. And hopefully, some of the AI tech that they're developing and some of the new tools are going to help developers make games faster. But yeah, video games are very hard to make these days. You still occasionally get, you know, mind-blowing, like, solo efforts, or, you know, some games they manage to get put together really fast, but yeah, games are difficult to build these days. A lot harder to build. Well, I was thinking we would see Wolverine in 2024, but now I'm not thinking that. I don't know, because you would think if, you know, Wolverine was coming in 2024, they showed off a lot of games releasing, and, like, you know, a number of the games had, like, release dates in 2024. So it's like, why not show Wolverine? That was, again, the biggest wonder is, like, this is PlayStation's big showcase event, but there was so many absent there was, like, no first-party studios there at all, really, right? And it was just like, where are all these games that were announced? And we haven't seen their studios that have been working on stuff, and it's like, where are their games at? Because this is the big, you know, this is their E3 showcase, and it's been a long time since they've done one. So I was just kind of like, where is it? And if Wolverine wasn't ready to be shown here, I'm kind of like, maybe it is 2025 instead, unless, you know, maybe development speeds up. I have no idea, but yeah, it's a weird one. I would say I wouldn't be too confident in Wolverine coming out 2024 because it wasn't shown today. Yeah. Yeah, so they'll be safer and safer because games are costing more and more to make. Yeah, that is another part of it too. I don't think you'll see Prototype anytime soon. You might see Prototype if Xbox gets to buy Activision Blizzard. But even at that point, you probably wouldn't see a new Prototype for at least, I don't know, 8 years, being optimistic? Like, honestly. So I don't think Activision has any interest in Prototype unless they're, like, remastering it. I doubt you'll see a third Prototype. They would probably reboot it if they wanted to. So best case scenario, Xbox does buy Activision Blizzard. It takes 3 to 5 years from the starting point of the acquisition being done before Xbox actually has an impact in Activision Blizzard. So let's see, 5 years before they take over, and then before even they have any interest in, like, Prototype, it would probably be another, you know, 3 to 5 years before they would even, like, be able to announce or showcase Prototype if they started working on it right away. So, I mean, yeah, honestly, I don't think you'll see Prototype anytime soon in any shape or form unless they're remastering it. So I'd say incredibly unlikely unless Activision has some secret studio that's not working on Call of Duty in the Call of Duty minds working on it. I don't think you'll see it for at least 10 plus years. If they ever do work on Prototype again. Yeah. They don't have any interest in Killzone. Like, you guys do know they let the Killzone trademark, like, website and everything lapse, right? They have no interest in Killzone. Yeah, they didn't show Silent Hill 2, which I thought was a little weird, but I think Konami's kind of doing little showcases on that one. Because, you know, there was, like, a whole Silent Hill show, right? Yeah. We also had Street Fighter 6, just more Street Fighter 6. Sword of the Sea, what was that one? Oh, that's the one from the Journey devs. It looks cool, very indie. Synapse VR2, don't care. Teardown. I was like, okay, alright. I don't know, you just break stuff? Alright, I mean, you know, voxel breaking. I was like, okay, interesting. The Plucky Squire. Actually, I kind of find that one looks a little adorable, but also kind of like super indie. I was like, I'll play it and review it because it looks cool. Like it's, you know, it's like 3D, but it's like a paper book, and then it looked neat. It looked cute. The Talos Principle 2. Cool, you know, look nice. Tower Fantasy. Oh, that's that anime game. I wonder if that's exclusive to PlayStation. Probably is. Xbox misses out on all the cool, weird anime stuff. But that one, I thought that was actually at first just another, like, Genshin Impact. Like, I thought it was a Genshin Impact expansion, so I was like, what is this? And I was like, whatever, and I wasn't really paying attention, but that might be neat. Tower of Agashka. What the hell is that? Oh, that's that weird one with the creatures. I don't know, that might be cool. I'll play it. I'll play it. And finally, Ultros. What was Ultros? Sorry, I've got like a recap list that I'm using as like reference. Oh, that was that other weird looking colorful indie game. It was, again, just to kind of summarize, it was just an indie fest. Like the whole thing was just like indie games, indie games, indie games, sequels to AA games, and then like Spider-Man. It was like, it was literally, I think, the worst PlayStation like showcase I've watched. It was just, where were the huge awesome titles? Like, where's factions? Where's all, like, you know, the first party's working on? Where was this stuff? I was incredibly underwhelmed. Marathon was the most exciting part, but then I learned it was an extraction shooter afterwards, so I was like, oh, okay. And I'd say the most shocking moment for me was hearing Jim Ryan's voice and that he's British. Didn't know. Was very, very surprised. I was like, huh. Didn't see that coming. But yeah, I was not overly impressed with the PlayStation showcase. Which is sad, because I really, beforehand, thought that they were going to just knock it out of the park. I was like, okay, this is going to be good stuff. We're going to hear some awesome games coming. There's going to be like a big surprise, you know, PlayStation's locked down some kind of third-party game that I want on Xbox, but they've locked it down for a year, and I was just like, oh, no, nothing? Oh, alright. Maybe there's like a real PlayStation showcase that they're going to do later. That would be exciting. But no, seriously, I was just like, I don't know. I think also most of the people I was talking to today about it were pretty underwhelmed as well. Because they were like, this was shockingly disappointing. And I was like, yeah, it should have been like an easy win for them. So now I'm starting to think maybe PlayStation's having issues getting these games going too now. Or, yeah. So the bar is pretty low for Microsoft with Xbox to deliver on a good showcase. So can't wait to see how they fumble that. It's going to be very interesting to see that, because that showcase is coming up too, and we'll co-stream that one. I was kind of looking at co-streaming the PlayStation showcase, but my rep was like on vacation, and this person that he has filling in for him kind of just like copied and pasted a blurb from their website for me on like the copyright stuff, so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna risk it and do it. And I think I'll be doing the Xbox showcase. I have to email and chat with them, but I should be co-streaming that one, and we'll do a pre-show, we'll do a post-show, we'll do the during show, obviously. If you guys did miss it, we did do the big Xbox Rumors video live stream a week back, so you can check that out if you wanted to, you know, to know thoughts on what's coming for that one. But yeah, that's the next big showcase coming up here. What a weird time in gaming. Like, we're gonna have like this is a really good year in gaming, but most of the stuff, all cross-gen. You know, this is like that third year, and it's still like cross-gen stuff. It's strange. It's very, very strange. Because usually, you know, after that 2-year mark, stuff starts to become like current gen only, but we're still not seeing that at all. It's a very weird time. I think it's holding back the tech on gaming a little bit, which is very, very disappointing. I just want new exciting games to play. You know, I look back to the launch of like the Xbox One and the PS4, and both of those consoles had like, you know, 10 plus launch exclusive games for them. And it's like, I don't even know if we've had that many exclusives for either, or maybe we've had just that amount of exclusives for either platform. And that's only as of like, you know, 2.5 years on. It's really disappointing. I think. I don't know if others are more excited, but like, you know, it's good to have performance bump ups and better quality on these current gen consoles, but we do also need games that specifically show off what they can do. It's a weird time. Yeah. I kind of want to get my chopper. Hopefully I don't mess that up this time.
Confirming next hard point. Stand by. Enemy targets at the hard point.
You gotta be kidding me. There we go, chopper gunner. Glad I didn't mess up this time. Because if you were watching earlier in the stream, I was one kill away from a chopper gunner on the Zarqwa Electric, so I was a little disappointed that I failed on that. Yeah. Starfield, I hope the Starfield Direct's really good. But you know, if you guys have thoughts or questions on any of the showcase stuff, you know, throw those there and stuff so we'll see what's going on. I hope Starfield is good. I mean, after Redfall, I'm definitely a lot less confident in what Xbox is doing. Yeah, Redfall was a pretty big hit for me to see and take, honestly, so I hope Starfield is good. I really genuinely do. That was like that's been one of my, like, the most anticipated game for me for a long time. So I hope it absolutely delivers. And hopefully I get early access to it, otherwise I'm just kind of, I guess, done on the whole first-party Xbox thing, but let's see how that goes. Where are these guys at? Didn't even get to blow anybody up, man. Yeah. I also wonder, you know, because like I said, I'd really enjoy, like, mid-gen refreshes here, but they're gonna have a hard time selling people on those, I think. With just, like, you know, how the games have been thus far. It's kind of like, I'm sure people don't even know if they got their value out of what's already been available. Crazy.
Enemy targets at the hard point.
This is probably the slowest gen ever for terms of, like, exclusivity and, you know, games that take advantage of the hardware. I would have to say, probably, like, maybe historically, even. Just strange. Because we all want big, new, fancy games that show off the consoles, right? You know, with, like, the Xbox One, you can look back and you'd be like, you know, early on it was pretty cool. We had, like, Titanfall, there was Rise, there was Dead Rising, there was Forza, and for this gen it's like, we had... What did we have? PlayStation had Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo. And did Xbox, or we have, Xbox had Flight Sim, I guess? I think they, yeah, it was Flight Sim. Do they have any other current gen only titles on Xbox that are, like, really top tier games that you'll remember down the road? It's disappointing. Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
Do I think Redfall will get a big patch? I don't think Redfall was a write-off. I don't think there's any salvaging that game. I've been pretty clear on that one. Sunset Overdrive. Yeah, I love Sunset Overdrive. Hello there. Yeah, Ratchet and Clank. That one was pretty good too, visually. Ratchet and Clank was a lot of fun. Perfect Dark. Yeah, I hope Perfect Dark's pretty good. Every now and then I have some kind of excuse to go back and play, like, you know, the original Perfect Dark, like I did for that, you know, top 10 shooters thing I did today. And I'm like, ah, oh, man, this is so good. I hope they, you know, like I said, the Perfect Dark being handled by the initiative overseeing Crystal Dynamics. Crystal Dynamics, they make great games. Excellent games. I, for one, think that Perfect Dark is in very good hands, just because they're the ones that are, you know, basically developing it. So I think Perfect Dark will be pretty good. But yeah, I hope Starfield is absolutely fantastic. Remedy, I love Remedy games. Very, very excited for Alan Wake 2. Like I said, guys, it's my one buy thing at the end of the year if I don't get it to review. At the beginning of the year, you know, the budget was blown on Hogwarts Legacy. At the end of the year, the budget will be saved for Alan Wake 2 if I don't get that one sent to me. But I've got, like, a different PR group handling Alan Wake 2, so I should be good on that one. But yeah, man, that showcase was, like, that was pretty rough. So anyways, I hope we start seeing some more games getting announced too. You know, always interested in people's thoughts on the event as well, but yeah, it was a weird one. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about the PlayStation Q or whatever it is. Man, that is one of the dumbest things I have ever seen in my entire life. Oh my god, that's so funny. So somebody, my pal earlier in the stream, he sent me a tweet. He's like, "Did you play Tears of the Kingdom?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So he sent me a picture of the PlayStation Q, that new stupid like stream thing. But it's like, you know, in Zelda when you like fuse things together. So it shows the two PlayStation controller pieces fused like Zelda-like onto the screen. I'm like, "Oh my god. That is genuinely funny." That actually is. Yeah, that killed me. Anyways, it's been a while. Be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great. Donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons, all that great stuff. There's channel member gifting. The Patreon option, if you prefer that. Is that guy on fire? There's the Discord. The stream alerts, chatter, great times. The Xbox store affiliate link and the Amazon store affiliate link as well. For all your affiliate link needs, yeah. Alan Wake 2 over Spider-Man 2? Well, firstly, I get all the PlayStation games sent to me to review, so I don't have to worry about getting Spider-Man 2, but yeah, no, I would buy Alan Wake 2 over Spider-Man 2. I really am a huge Alan Wake fan. Like, I've been waiting a long time to see how that story continues. So yeah, I'm pretty, like, I am pretty damn excited about Alan Wake 2. Like, I'm hyped about Starfield, but Alan Wake 2 is like, it's a dream. It feels like a fever dream that this even exists and that it's coming out this year. Like, yeah. It's Alan Wake 2 I'm very, very excited about. Yeah, so the PlayStation Q, yeah, they should have revealed the Slim at that point. The PlayStation Q is literally one of the dumbest things I have ever seen in my entire life. I literally do not understand why that thing exists. So if you guys don't know what the Q is, PlayStation has created this device, which I believe will cost probably plus $300 US. And it's... Did they say it was an 8-inch touchscreen? I think it's an 8-inch... Or is it touchscreen? It's an 8-inch screen with like pieces of the PlayStation DualSense attached to it. And that's it. So it works over Wi-Fi. Your device, like the Q, it's basically a glorified controller. It's like a crappy Dreamcast kind of controller, really, if you think about it. So your PlayStation 5 has to be on the same Wi-Fi network as this device to function. And you have to have the games installed on your PlayStation 5 and like run them in order to use them on the Q. So it's basically a mirroring device, which you can already, I believe, do on your like phone or like on your Steam Deck or whatever. I really don't understand the point of the PlayStation Q there. It's really dumb, but you know, I'm sure, you know, people will buy a ton of it and it'll be a huge success somehow, but yeah, that is crazy to me that even exists. I really genuinely don't understand that at all. Like, I could see if it's something that you could take anywhere or, you know, anything like that, but I just, like, I functionally don't understand the use of that. So I'm like, would it be maybe for those, like, niche scenarios where it's like, hey, you know, the wife wants to watch a movie, I want to keep playing PlayStation, I change the TV and I just play on my little crappy screen, or it's like, oh, the kid wants to play PlayStation, but I want to play on the Xbox, so like he, you know, the kid streams it to like his weird Q device. Like, it just doesn't make any sense at all. Like, it's literally the dumbest thing I think I've seen in weird gaming peripherals that cost a lot. Like, it's weird. I functionally do not understand the purpose of that. Like, it's gotta be such a niche market of people that would buy that sort of thing. I don't get it. You know, if somebody has like an angle on that one as to why it's really interesting, I'd love to hear it, but like, I really do not understand the purpose of that device, like, at all.
We've lost Charlie.
Yeah. So it's literally just at your home. I forgot about RE4. No, I mentioned Resident Evil 4 VR. I don't think PlayStation's having a hard time. The PlayStation 5 is selling incredibly well. I'm just more worried about the future output for games and stuff. Xbox had Bluetooth? Yeah, I do wish it had Bluetooth support, but they use their own stuff so that they can charge money for people, or, you know, for companies to do, like, device interactions on the Xbox. But, yeah, it would be much better to have a Bluetooth connection on it. Much, much better. Halo Infinite, will they delist Redfall? I don't think they will. But Halo Infinite isn't an exclusive, it's also on the Xbox One, right? So that one doesn't really count, right? Yeah, you want to play PS5 on the bed in the toilet, but have the DualSense features. I just, like... I feel like you could just stream it to your phone, you know? And, like, they'd be better off... Don't they have, like, a backbone? Isn't that what it's called? The PlayStation backbone? And it's, like, an attachment that adds, like, a DualSense controller around your phone? Doesn't that make more sense? Like... Why would you buy, like, a screen thing? Like, it's just, like, a downgraded experience all around it. It's literally stupid. Well, yeah, the remake for Metal Gear will be on Xbox, but we don't have conclusive info on if the collection will be on Xbox or not. Yeah. And I tried to get confirmation too. I literally emailed my Konami person. They said you have to wait for details on the Metal Gear collection, so no clue if that'll be on Xbox or not. Is that a bad guy right there? There could be some kind of weird timed exclusivity on it, but... It did say modern platforms, so we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, that would be very nice to cover over the summer, because it'd be great for views in a time where views usually will be pretty quiet, because it's, you know, it's the summer. Summertime. Boring time. Yeah. It's definitely not going to be cheap. It's like, from what I understand, the components and specs and stuff, it sounds like it's going to be a, like, over $300 US device, the Q, the PlayStation Q thing. I really don't get it. That being said, it would be very cool to be in with PlayStation to the point that they were sending me like those silly like peripherals to review, because man, it would be very interesting to sit there covering this array of like bizarre, you know, peripheral things, right? Because they've had like, they have the earbuds coming. They had like the weird webcam thing that I don't know what functionality that serves really. They had the remote, which, you know, is a pretty standard thing, I guess, for consoles, or used to be. What other weird stuff do they do? Yeah, just, like, it'd be cool to cover these weird peripheral things that PlayStation keeps releasing. And the PlayStation Q thing there would be kind of funny. It's just, it's strange. Yeah. Yeah, so it's been pretty interesting. Well, again, yeah, Konami said latest platforms, but they did not confirm Xbox. Like, I literally emailed my Konami, like, PR representative, and they said they can't confirm the platforms. They said later, info will come out at later time. So, like, again, you know, it's suggested, but it is not confirmed. Whereas they were very clear for that remake that they're like, it is coming to Xbox, but for the collection, there is not confirmation yet. And you can say as many times as you want, it does say modern platforms. Unless it lists those modern platforms, you do not know. And, you know, you gotta be suspicious about certain stuff these days, right? Because that usually means some sort of weird timed exclusivity. But then again, timed exclusivity, they usually tell you, right? So... I don't know, it could also be coming to just the Switch and the PlayStation as well, right? Or it could be coming just to PS5 and PS4, and they'll be like, well, those are the modern platforms. You really do not know unless you get actual written confirmation. I'm assuming it's coming to everything, but we'll have to wait and see. It might also be like, well, you guys already have 2 and 3, you know, on the Xbox store through backwards compatibility, that's all you need. And leave you at that, we really do not know. I did think that was so funny. Like, I was on the Discord and I was like, they haven't confirmed it though yet. And everyone's like, well, I mean, it probably will, but I'm like, that's not the same as like a confirmation, you know? Like, you gotta look at the fine print for how these like game companies and publishers do their marketing rights, right? Otherwise, you sit there and you go like, is this coming to this platform? They do that on purpose though, because, you know, they pay lots of money to have the marketing rights. So yeah, hello there. Series XS and PS5 were the only Mario platforms. You forget about the Switch that somehow keeps getting everything. There's also PC.
Securing Alpha.
But that's what I'm saying, is like, they were very clear that the remake is coming to everything, but they were not clear that the collection is, and they did not want to clarify. Yeah, I also mentioned that too, Zarcasters. They say it's collection part 1, or volume 1 or whatever, so they have plans to do more Metal Gear remake or remasters down the road. Which should be interesting to see what they do with it. I know a lot of people love their Metal Gear, so I'm imagining this will be pretty popular. Yeah. Yeah, we talked about Metal Gear. We actually talked about the whole showcase and stuff like that, so yeah. Overall, the thing is pretty underwhelming on that one. I wanted a good showcase. I wanted my mind to be blown away. Yeah, so that was pretty meh start to the day, that's for sure. I was like, ugh. Yeah, because even the coming to Xbox like list of games, that image doesn't even include the Metal Gear collection. I'm really sus about that one. I really am. Oh, and in other news, Xbox has, or Microsoft, I guess, has sent in their appeal to the CMA. It could take up to 9 months. Apparently, a lot of the insider tradespeople online are saying that Microsoft is gonna just shove this through and, like, literally spitefully get this through, I'm guessing. Like, even if they say no, I'm guessing, like, apparently Microsoft is going to do other methods to get it just working. Whether they, like, shut off, like, stuff in the UK or work around stuff in the UK. Apparently that's how they're going to do this, so should be interesting to watch how that shapes up, because you can't really say no to a government, but apparently they're looking to do that, so should be fun. Yeah, should be a fun time. Yeah. So I'm just kind of hoping the ABK deal, Activision Blizzard King deal, gets done sooner than later, so I could, you know, enjoy and bask in the glory of Call of Duty and everything on Game Pass. That would be nice. I also want to get this phase of my life completed. You know, that weird gap of time where we only talked about Activision Blizzard getting bought for like a year and a half or 2 years. You're happy the showcase was underwhelming? Why? I wanted a really good showcase with cool games, man. I wanted some great stuff so I could be hyped about all these new games, being like, look at all this. And now I'm like, where are the games, PlayStation? Where are they? Are you holding them back? Seriously though, like, this is supposed to be their E3 mega level showcase, and it was just like an indie fest. You know, I expect that from Xbox, but I expect more from PlayStation. I really do. I really don't know what they were going for today. It was a very, very strange turn of events that I could have never predicted. I actually thought this was going to be one of their easiest knockout of the parks that they've had, but yeah. Could you imagine if the Xbox showcase is like somehow worse? It's like they don't show anything but like a Halo Infinite update, and they're like, that's all we've got today. Have fun, guys. Wow, that's so weird. Yeah. I don't know. Like, believe it or not, I do want really, really good games to play. You know, it's to my advantage is these console platforms having really good, strong, like, exclusives that I can cover and check out. If there's less games, there's less things for me to, like, present in that. New Xbox IPs at the event? I don't know. Like, you don't really assume there's going to be new IP until it happens. I would... Like, again, I always love to promote it. We did do the big Xbox Rumors Chat live stream video where we go over everything that I'm assuming is, you know, going to be at the event or could be at the event. But, like, Yeah, there is a couple studios that Xbox hasn't had anything release in a while that I think we will see 1 or 2 new IPs this year. Not like releasing this year, I don't think, but announced this year at that event. Like Compulsion. You know, they've had over 5 years to be working on, I hope, something. So I would imagine that will be a new IP. Double Fine, who'd release Psychonauts 2. They should have a new. They said a new IP is in the works. There might be 1 or 2 more surprises of new IP. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, there should be some new IP revealed at this event. Fable? Yeah, they'll probably show Fable. I would be very worried about the state of Fable if they do not show it this year. Like, really genuinely worried about the state of that game. Because it's been in development for like a long time. And you'd have to sit there and be like, what's going on if it's, you know. I think actual gameplay for Fable will be shown. Jeez. That was another thing that surprised me a lot too. Was the PlayStation event was like really CGI trailer driven. Like typically the PlayStation stuff. Well, no, they do a mix, but wow, that was a great triple kill. Yeah, I was surprised so much of the PlayStation showcase was CGI stuff, despite the fact that a lot of it was like indie titles or titles we already know is like, you know, we've already known about. So it's like there's not any surprise about them. So yeah, that was really weird. But we'll have to wait and see what's happening. Maybe PlayStation's gonna have like another showcase this year. Probably not, but like, I don't know. It's just like, what are they saving their games for? Maybe they're just moving away from big showcase announcements for this stuff, or maybe their stuff just genuinely isn't ready. I don't know. But it makes me kind of worried about the output of, you know, PlayStation first party stuff next year, and you know, maybe industry wise as well as like, you know, is there just not gonna be big stuff next year, or like what's happening? It's weird, right? Like, because it's not like all the stuff was only 2023. Some of the stuff didn't have release dates, some of the stuff was like 2024. So it's like, you know, what's the release plan for a lot of their big titles that are supposed to be coming? What are their studios working on? Yeah, maybe there's mismanagement going on there too. Scalebound? Oh my god. No Scalebound. No, Scalebound needs to just be forgotten, man. The foam party thing? Yeah, we were joking earlier that it's Senran Kagura Peach Beach Splash coming back. Translate with Google Translate? That's funny. Hellblade 2, probably Avowed, so Forza Fable. Yeah, you should at least be able to use the closed captions on YouTube. They're usually pretty good for my voice, for whatever reason. Because it's like middle toned. But yeah, that foam party thing was like, I was like, oh my god, it's Peach Beach Splash, but like, minus any of the cool adult twist fun on it. It looked really boring and lame, but you know, something to stream and review. The foam party one. Yeah. I really thought I would have, like at this point, have reviewed more like exclusive or current gen only titles this many years on. It's really awkward of a gen. On Avowed, yeah, I'm sure we'll probably see Avowed gameplay finally. We forgot about Avowed, or Double Fine? Well, yeah, Double Fine, they're a classic, great studio. They work on incredible games. You know, Psychonauts 2 has been out for a few years now. They did mention they're working on a new IP, so who knows what it'll be, but yeah, they're usually, like, if you're not familiar with Double Fine stuff, they are quirky, hilarious, entertaining games. Always, so I can't wait to see what they put out. I doubt it's going to be like some kind of crazy AAA thing, but, you know, they're usually fun indie to AA titles, Double Fine, and that's what they excel at, which is great. And that's kind of, I think Xbox needs fun stuff like that, and more of it. Yeah, Indiana Jones, they should be ready. Like, again, did the whole update video, we went pretty in depth about what to expect, so I haven't seen anything else really show up since that event where I'm like, oh, we should have talked about that, other than maybe some third-party surprises, but like, I also thought PlayStation was nailing down more third-party, like, timed exclusivity. So it was a little weird not to see them announce any sort of third-party exclusive games. So I don't know if Xbox is competing better at, like, making sure those third-party games aren't being locked down or what, but, like, it was weird that there was no big, like, oh, coming only to PlayStation for a year titles. Or maybe they're so confident they don't need them? I don't know. It was weird. Also absent was Call of Duty, which PlayStation still has the marketing rights to, but I guess PlayStation sort of does its own thing now as opposed to appearing at other conferences. I wonder if Microsoft's going to force COD to show up at future Xbox conferences if they do own them. That would be a good return to form, actually. Yeah. A lot of people expected PlayStation to show just huge juggernaut titles, and there was just none of them were there. If you don't understand the design of Phone Party, it's a 4v4 shooter bubbly game. Yeah. Anyways, it's been a while. Be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great. Donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons. It's like $1 to join. Why not become a channel member? There's the Patreon option. That's a weird spot to camp. The Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great time, so you know what's going on. The Xbox Store affiliate link, and the Amazon Store affiliate link as well if you're buying anything. Easy way to support the content on the channel. No doubt. The grenade bounce back is unreal.
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Where is this guy at? Gotta be in that corner since I cleared all the other ones. The 2022 Crown Speed Raceway.
Enemy personnel at the hardpoint.
Where are you at? You hiding in this corner? Where is this guy? I don't know. I'm really curious to see what the Xbox showcase is gonna have. Because it's like, there's gotta be more games out there that are in development from third parties that aren't at, like, that weren't at the PlayStation showcase. So it's like, did Xbox actually scoop up some good titles, or is there just, like, nothing good releasing this industry for a while after this year's done? I'm like, 2023 crazy year. Is like 2024 gonna be another drought year like 21 and 22? I sure hope not, but we'll have to wait and see. Ugh. I don't know, you kind of expect big things from these events. So it is a little disappointing when they don't fully deliver on exciting stuff. I actually have to check later too to see how the polls are doing on the channel, but today's poll question is like rate the PlayStation showcase, so we'll see what people have to say about it. I think this is actually probably the first time I'm like legitimately disappointed by like a big PlayStation conference. Yeah. I have no idea what's going on. It's just like, maybe they're rebooting a lot of titles. They did just like cut 2 studios down to like almost nothing, I believe, and rebooted the games they were working on. I think it was like 2 of the studios that PlayStation recently bought to work on something. So that is intriguing. But at least they're checking on quality, you wouldn't want to release a horrible game like Redfall, right? So I guess at least they've got some quality control going on. There's also the big fact that a lot of these tech companies are, doing like layoffs and stuff too, and shrinking in size and doing like, that was a good quad kill. Overkill. Kill-tacular. Ah, there goes the kill atrocity. So I'm wondering if that is impacting stuff too in the tech sector where game developers are just shrinking. Now, if you guys missed it too, Relic Entertainment, they did Company of Heroes and Age of Empires 4, and they just their studio got halved by layoffs, and I was like, oh, that sucks, because I thought Sega was doing well. Actually, Sega was doing really well, but now they've just thrown all that money towards buying Rovio. Is it Rovio, the people that do the Angry Birds? Yeah, so actually they don't have a lot of operating overhead rainy day funds now, Sega, because they made that expensive purchase, which was a little crazy to me, but yeah, kind of neat. A reboot of Asterisk? don't even know anybody knows what that is, man. What do I think about the new AC game? I think it'll be good for views. Yeah, Assassin's Creed stuff always does well. I mean, it's cool to see an Assassin's Creed be a return to form, I guess, but like at the end of the day, Assassin's Creed does really well on the channel. I enjoy covering Assassin's Creed games. It'll be fun. Or at least I hope it'll be fun. And we'll probably review it and stream it and, you know, all that other stuff that we usually do. Man, the fall's gonna be crazy, right? Because it's like Creed, and then the week after is gonna be Alan Wake 2, and oh man. I'm gonna be busy, busy, busy. Just like I have been. Like, I don't know if you guys see that because you just like sometimes watch streams and videos, but like it's been like really hectic this year. You know, I've been doing like, we did Zelda, you know, over 7 days there. That was 40 hours in 7 days. It was crazy. And, you know, just before that it was Dead Island. Before that, Star Wars. Or Star Wars after? I don't know. We did all Star Wars, which was like 15 hours. And, you know, Dead Island was like 12 hours. And Redfall was 12 hours. And it's been really a brutal schedule recently. But good for business. Yeah, so I hope Mirage is really good. And fun, but I mostly hope I get good views and stuff off of it, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, Azaric. I'm still waiting for that, oh my god, what was that game called? Oh, Phantom Dust. I'm still waiting for my Phantom Dust reboot from Xbox, eh? I don't know if you guys remember that. So apparently, I think I talked about that in the Phantom Dust video. So allegedly there was a small studio, and they were, or a smaller studio, and they were tasked by Microsoft with rebooting Phantom Dust. And they were going to go for like a bit of like a cartoon aesthetic and style. And then apparently Microsoft made all this like high level demands and created this like really high octane like I don't know if you guys have seen the Phantom Dust trailer, but it was really intense and really like crazy looking. And the studio was like, what is this? We can't make a game like this. And then eventually it just got like canceled because they weren't able to meet crazy demands by Microsoft or whatever on rebooting Phantom Dust. And then Microsoft's like, well, we'll just quietly hide this, and they just did like a quick lazy port remaster of Phantom Dust as like a free-to-play game. That was so weird. Like, yeah, that Phantom Dust trailer looked so cool, and I was like, oh my god, they're bringing back Phantom Dust. That's a weird title. And then, yeah, then it just vanished. And most people don't even talk about that one. That's the game you should be talking about. You shouldn't be talking about Scalebound, which looked atrocious. You should be talking about Phantom Dust, because Phantom Dust is freaking cool looking. That franchise had potential. Yeah. Most of you probably don't even know what Phantom Dust is, but it's freaking cool. And that trailer was sick. And then, yeah. Kind of funny that it's like everybody focuses on Scalebound, but there's much better games out there. I would have taken Fable Legends over Scalebound, to be honest. Anyways, I have to go and I'm still trying to find, well, I'm not like looking actively for it, but I have like footage of Fable Legends sitting somewhere. I'd love to do a remastered video of that footage, but like, I literally cannot find my little Xbox SD card from 2015. It's been missing for a couple of years now. I don't know where it is. A Dead Rising reboot? Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I don't care about Scalebound at all. I thought it was terrible. And you know, the studio was siphoning off funds from Microsoft, so I don't think Scalebound should come back. I think that game should just be forgotten, honestly. But yeah, no, Dead Rising would be nice. Mech Assault, yeah, Mech Assault would be cool. Crimson Skies would be awesome. Interstellar 4K, ooh, that's gonna be a nice watch time for you, man. The OG Xbox, yeah, it had a lot of exclusives, so did the 360, man. You own Phantom Dust physically? It's got like a cool case and stuff. The game itself is pretty neat, too. And as I said, if you're curious to what Phantom Dust is, it's literally free to play on Xbox One, Series X, Series S. So, like, you can check it out if you want. The original game is kind of, it's old now, but, you know, it is, like, completely free to try it out and see if you like it. So, yeah, and there is a video of that on the channel, too. Yeah. Phantom Dust. Now, that's something they should have done something new with. That might have been really cool. Because it's like you shoot magical spells, and it's like an apocalyptic world. Very, very different game. Yeah. PlayStation 5, yeah. Tenchu? I don't know who owns Tenchu anymore. I think either Activision or someone else bought Tenchu. I don't know where that is. Oh, you're on France. That's fair, man. Well, thanks for jumping in and saying hello. It's always nice. But yeah, again, we will be, you know, co-streaming, I think, the Xbox Showcase. I should probably email them about that. There's a lot of stuff on my plate. Tomorrow I've got a interesting day. I'm gonna try to get up early and go to, like, the mall. That's, like, the big mall that's, like, way outside the city. Because I've got to, like, my sister's back from, like, her trip or whatever, so I have to pick her up at the airport. The desk has fallen on my hands. So I was thinking I might tie in like a mall trip to go and get maybe some new shoes, because my trail runners, you know, that I use for all my walks are falling apart, so yeah. So I was thinking I might try to squeeze another trip in there. We'll see if I get up in time, but yeah, I gotta get my new controller picked out, get that sent, and some other stuff I gotta do updates on, but yeah, I think I'll also try to remember to email about the co-streaming thing. Usually they email me. There's like a specific department at Xbox or Microsoft that handles these. And we had a bit of a disagreement over the Xbox Direct they did at the beginning of the year, that weird thing. So I'm going to have to, usually they email me, but I'll have to send them an email because it's getting pretty close to that date. Does the Xbox One version have single player? Yep, yeah, it does. It does, yeah. The whole game, it's just like upgraded and they added some multiplayer stuff, but I don't think it ever really took off. Or well, I know it never really took off, but yeah, no, you can play the whole single player thing. It's just entirely free, yeah, Phantom Dust. But what they did is they made it like microtransactional for like card packs to do multiplayer battles. Is what the idea was. It was basically an apology for not getting the reboot off the ground. MTG card game disguised as an action brawler. Very fair. Yeah, that's a very fair assessment of it. But yeah, I think for Tenchu, I don't know if Activision owns it or somebody else ended up with it. I'm really not too sure on that one. But that was a tough as nails samurai. I think I played Tenchu Z on like the 360. Yeah. Kingdom Under Fire? I don't really remember that IP. I'm actually looking forward to some of the games I've got to film coming up here. Some of the older ones I've got to boot up the 360 on. I've got like Forza 2, 25 to Life, Mission Impossible, Mech Assault. I got like a stack of new games to do videos on, which you'll probably see in a couple months, but yeah. There's still a bunch of old videos I filmed that you haven't seen yet from other 360 things, but yeah, cool stuff on the way. Yeah, I like to showcase things off when I can. The nostalgia stuff continues. I've also got some new stuff to do too. We did the Ubisoft Plus review finally today. That was up. And I've been working on some more top 10s because people seem to like those and they also like to complain about them, but that's been worked on. And then I've got a couple like throwback shooter games that I've been checking out to do videos on, which are kind of cool. There's this Reaper game, actually really freaking cool. And then Chasm the Nightmare or something like that. That one was so and interesting, but yeah. So anyways, cool videos on the way. Yeah. Tenchu was FromSoft. I don't know, but from what I understand, I was reading about that one a while back, and I was trying to like figure out the trail of who owned the IP. But I think Activision ended up with it, or they might have sold it off to someone later on too. And drop shutters are such losers. So anyways, yeah, that's kind of where that one is. I think Tenchu would be a hard one to bring back, because I don't know if it has a whole lot of brand power. Like, I think Ninja Gaiden would be an easier game to bring back as opposed to Tenchu. But I guess it depends on who ends up owning. You know, I think it's like the Activision Blizzard deal. It really comes down to too. But I think Tenchu might have been sold off. I'd have to look into it again. I really don't remember who ended up with the ownership over that game. That guy and his pistol is fucking ridiculous. What is this gun, man? Like, I know pistols are like god tier in this, but I've got a freaking SMG and this guy's just like pistol shooting like everyone to death. It's crazy. Is there still that stupid pistol challenge on and that's why everyone's using them? That's so weird. Oh, damn it. Yeah, it's the same guy keeps freaking killing me, man.
Locating the next hardpoint. Get ready. Hardpoint compromised.
These guys and their annoying pistols shine crazy. And then that guy drop shot like crazy. So FromSoft did end up buying it back. Kingdom Under Fire. Yeah, again, just never heard of that one. Or maybe I know the name. It sounds like a movie. You know what I mean? It sounds like a similar movie or something like that. Yeah, Alan Wake 2 looks good. I hope Alan Wake 2 is good. I've been waiting a very, very long time for it. Yeah. I mean, I never assumed I'd get an Alan Wake 2 sequel, so... I'm just happy that it exists. I'm hoping there's some tie-in stuff, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Kind of hoping, like, we get to see maybe some, like, Control universe kind of tied in. And, yeah. Love me some Alan Wake. Remedy games in general. Excellent titles, right? I actually think that was one of Xbox's biggest blunders, was not working with Remedy or not trying to acquire Remedy. And obviously Remedy has a long-term agreement with Epic Games now, so like they're probably going to be independent. Well, independent, but you know, locked in with Rockstar for, or not Rockstar, sorry, with Epic for a very long time. If not, Epic might actually end up buying them at some point, which would be interesting. But yeah, I think that was a huge mistake Xbox made during the Xbox One era. Upon the many other fuck-ups they had, was letting their relationship with Remedy go. Although it is also funny that, you know, under Microsoft's dollar, Remedy didn't put stuff out too often. And as soon as they're independent, all of a sudden Remedy's able to just, like, you know, push out these top-tier games so fast. It's incredible. Because, you know, they just did Control in 2019. And then Alan Wake 2 is coming out this year. And then they've also got Control 2 on the way, and then a Control multiplayer game, and then they've got, I think, another multiplayer title, and then they've also got, they're remaking Max Payne 1 and 2, and this is all simultaneously happening. So it's like, their pipeline is insane, and that's all supposed to be realized over the next few years, which is crazy to me. God damn it. Oh, so now you're saying Tenchu is owned by Activision, but it was made from FromSoft and made the games. Exclusive Japanese games? I don't know if they need that. I definitely did not hear anything about Killzone being revived. I would not expect a new Killzone game because Sony let the website and the trademark and everything kind of lapse on that. Well, I don't know the trademark, but they let the website lapse and all that, so I don't think PlayStation is at all interested in Killzone. I don't even know who would be working on that. I don't think there's any interest in them bringing Killzone back at all. I genuinely, like, I would not expect to see a new Killzone game for a long time, if ever. So, yeah, I don't know where you're getting that info from, but I did not see anything on that at all. Killzone's cool and all, but yeah, I don't think they're working on it in the slightest. Is it true Alan Wake 1 was an Xbox exclusive? Not just an exclusive. Microsoft owned Alan Wake, like they own the IP. So they let Remedy buy it back a few years ago. Which, like I said, how do you, like, why would you give up an IP like Alan Wake? And why would you not secure marketing rights when that IP is given up, or have that be like a contingent thing that you would keep the marketing rights? Microsoft makes, like, well, Xbox makes some of the dumbest decisions in gaming, just like complete stupidity. First, not funding a new Alan Wake for so long, and then secondly, you know, not trying to keep any of the marketing rights and stuff is just pure stupidity to the highest degree. Anyways, it's been a while. Be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great. Donation's cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons, all that great stuff. There's channel member gifting, Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times, Xbox store affiliate link, and the Amazon store affiliate link as well. I know, crazy, right? How exciting. Riveting. An adventure the whole way through. Man, that pistol is annoying. Dude. Oh, the update to Control that improved added HDR and improved the ray tracing stuff. I thought that was like an official update, so that was like a mod update that helped on that one. Huh. That's really interesting. Isn't that what happened with, like, was it Quantum Break got like a late, one dev was working on it and fixed it kind of thing? Can't remember what that was, but I was pretty sure that was like a one developer effort to like upgrade something. Yeah, I don't know about this guy. There's something about this dude that just feels really off. Like he just like, I don't know. He like pistol insta kills you. He just knows where you are. Like he literally killed me and he's already sniping at me again when I spawned. Jeez. Like that's just kind of crazy to me. He wants Sandwich 3. That's a funny name. I'm glad we were able to kill that guy. And then what I got, like, strafed? Oh no, I got killed by the Harrier. Ugh. Also really disappointed about the lack of movies that are screening where I am. I got, like, the invite list for all of, like, the Transformers screenings, and they're, like, literally not showing them in my city. I feel like I get so shafted these days on, like, movie review opportunities. It sucks. Like I said, I literally would do 1-2 movies a week back in the day. And then since COVID, it's just been like, I haven't done one in months and months and months. It sucks. I really missed the movie reviewing stuff. It was so entertaining. The P90 fast draw? So is it like the power of the P90 in the form of a little tiny pistol? Is that what they went with? Dude. No, it's interesting that that's how that went there. Do I see myself playing Modern Warfare 2 after this year? Well, since they're doing Modern Warfare 3, probably not. I don't really have the space to keep multiple current-gen Call of Duties installed. I really like this one, but I'll just move on to the next COD pretty easily, I would imagine. Yeah, I'm assuming that's going to be what happens, is I'll delete this one to make room for Modern Warfare 3. Considering it's going to be like the same tech as this game and everything, so yeah, probably not. If storage sizes increase greatly, sure, I'll keep it in rotation, but like otherwise, it's like, you know, you gotta make cuts in order to keep my review queue lively and open. Is there a guy there? But yeah, I don't really see the point of keeping it in rotation. Same with, like, you know, I got it Vanguard. Cold War was the easiest uninstall I've ever had to do. But I don't know. If storage sizes increase at some point, or I get higher storage solutions, yeah, sure, I'll keep these games longer, but otherwise I have to get rid of them just to make up space for my reviewing stuff. I get so sick of this, man. Hello there. Xbox won't market COD this year. PlayStation still has the marketing rights till 2024. So they should have Modern Warfare 3 and the next Black Ops should be PlayStation marketed, I believe. And then the marketing rights will end. So PlayStation will probably be... Well, actually, I don't know how this is going to work. Like, Activision should be working out the Call of Duty marketing rights pretty soon. Like, they should actually be in discussions right now. And did he get a fucking collateral triple? This guy is so cheating. How did he get 3 of us? And we weren't even lined up. How the fuck did that work? That is so sketchy. Anyways, yeah, like Activision should be working out the marketing rights for COD. So I really don't know how this is gonna happen because it's gonna be very awkward because it's such a period of time it's gonna take to do all of these like the big appeal. It could take up to 9 months for Xbox in the UK. So like, I don't know if they're gonna pay Activision to get the marketing rights, or it's like if PlayStation's gonna somehow work on another 7 years of COD marketing rights. All I know is that's gonna have to get sorted out pretty soon because the marketing rights are gonna be up and open for negotiation soon. And I doubt that Activision's gonna let the money just sit on the table while this deal kind of like will it, won't it kind of goes on, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's gonna be a little sketchy to see how that all works out. But yeah, they do have the marketing rights till 2024 PlayStation. Although they have been a lot quieter about it because, you know, I think they do assume they're going to lose access eventually, so might as well start preparing people for that eventuality, I guess. Or at least quiet it up because, you know, like the marketing rights for Call of Duty are huge. It's a big game, so I'm sure they're not too happy about having spent, you know, probably hundreds of millions of dollars on these marketing rights over the last, you know, 10 years, and now it's just going to be kind of flushed away if the, you know, if the deal goes through and stuff like that. Anyways, I want to see what the poll was like on the channel about what the people thought of the showcase. And it looks like most people, 45% of voters, 5 to 6 out of 10. So kind of a meh showcase. I think those doing 7 to 8 are being a little generous. Just a little. Yeah, I know, right? Alright, let's get to it. Domination. I was also really disappointed the Left 4 Dead stream last night got a copyright hit on it. I was like, god damn it. Yeah, I didn't think the music in Left 4 Dead 1 had audio copyright attachments to it, but I guess I was mistaken. So that was a bummer. A big bummer indeed. But you can't always win when you're doing your streams. You just hope for the best. Then again, you know, streams really don't make much anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. It's nice to take in what you can. Especially in this economy. You know, the Starbucks drinks, they're not cheap. It was definitely underwhelming. Yeah, it was the most underwhelming PlayStation showcase I've ever watched. I was like, jeez, guys. Where are the games? Where are the big games? Any of the big games. What are your first party doing? See, this is why, you know, PlayStation, Xbox are having to start buying all these developers and studios and stuff. It's like, game development is obviously taking a lot longer nowadays. Or it's a lot harder, and they need more studios to start releasing stuff. Because if PlayStation's struggling to get these games out too, it's like, what is the state of things?
Watch your fire, you
I don't know. I miss the days of steady conferences every year that had really exciting things to see. Nowadays, it's like, you know, most of the showcases, you're like, that's all? Okay. Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens. I wonder if we could get away doing like a live stream over like an old Xbox conference or something. I feel like the audio in that would cut you deep, but it might be kind of fun to do. I guess I could also cut out like sound during those parts, and we could do it as like a sort of a pre-prepared kind of thing, overlaying on an old live stream or something. Some adapters to do their own library? What do you mean some adapters? CatQuest. Xbox allow compatibility with the headsets. Well, Xbox isn't interested in doing VR at the moment. They did, you know, according to the CMA kind of documents that came out. They were looking at doing VR through the cloud to a degree as of last summer. But I don't... Like, Xbox needs to work on getting games consistently out the door. I don't think they should work on doing VR-type stuff because, you know, like I said, their studios can barely get regular games out the door, not to mention things that are like VR-only games and that. And, yeah. And if they supported the PSVR, I don't see the point in it. It's like... It's not like the games are going to be playable on Xbox. PlayStation's not going to allow that, so studios would have to port stuff. And it's just, yeah, it's not realistic. The E3 cringe. Yeah. That was always fun. Who was the best? Was it Aisha Tyler at the to Ubisoft ones? I was really disappointed I never got into those Ubisoft conferences. It was always so close, but just like not quite getting in. And I was like, ah. I just wanted to go to this stupid Ubisoft conference. Even though they weren't anything special, I still wanted to knock that off of my list thing I never got to. Fuck, man. This is really bothering me. Guys, it's so weird in how they play, but... I don't know, E3 had its fun moments, and now gaming is like... I think we just gotta get used to the new concept of it, where you get these trickled-out events that don't have as much content, and you gotta wait longer to get games. I think over time people will probably just, you know, be used to it, embrace what it is. Why does that guy play like that? Like he's some kind of intense esports dude. It's like you're playing like casual quick play. Play ranked, man. Being like shot from both angles. Konami? Oh, the Konami stuff? Yeah, Konami is really interesting because, like, you could tell when I went to E3 for a long time, Konami really was kind of just there, but they weren't really doing anything. They had their yearly PS showcase, like PS presentation, and then they'd have like one or two really low-level, like small games, like basically indie level. Like they do like a Contra collection, or you know what I mean? Like the Konami stuff was always like really bare minimum. All of a sudden, though, they seem interested in revitalizing their properties, which is so weird. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden, Silent Hill's in full swing. All of a sudden, we're getting Metal Gear. I don't know. Maybe gaming is seeming like it's a big value to them again or something. I don't get it, but yeah, they're starting to actually care about their IP, which is weird. Jason Derulo? Oh my god. Yeah, no, the Ubisoft conferences, they had such cringy stuff, which is funny. You're seeing why older games are getting remastered? Well, as always, remastered old games are great for business. They're easy to do, they'll make your studio a little bit of money, and they're a safe project most of the time. You can also use them to see how interested people are in your old, like, in your IP if you wanted to, like, bring a new entry into the series. You know, you'd be like, well, do people like Dead Rising anymore? Let's do a quick remastered collection and see. And then you release it, and then, you know, depending on the response, you can decide if you want to make a new entry in the series. They're very safe things to do that usually generate a little bit of nice income for your studio and keep you afloat. And yeah, remasters are more and more kind of like a go-to thing for studios because they're pretty safe investments. And you can also usually get some sort of deal with like Xbox Game Pass, PlayStation Plus, you know, to slap your thing on there and make a little bit of extra money. So yeah, remasters, they're good for business. There's a reason why they do so many of them. Free money, basically. And it's very, very low risk. Even if it doesn't pan out, you still, you know, they're pretty low investment and low cost. Konami E3 2011 together. Remember when Konami did, like, higher tier competition for, like, gaming stuff, and they had, like, bigger titles? Like, they used to do, like, they had, like, a Rock Band competitor and stuff, which had, like, weird instruments, but they used to do really big, you know, they used to compete at a higher scale as a publisher, and nowadays they don't. Yeah. They just don't. But it seems like they're interested in leveraging their old IP, so it should be interesting to see the 5 billion, you know, Konami games come in, or not Konami, sorry, the 5 billion Silent Hills games come in, the stack of Metal Gear that's probably coming. I'm assuming Castlevania will be one too, and yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how that goes. But I have discussed that a few times, taking a look at like doing, you know, like a restream of like old like Xbox conferences. I thought might be fun because I usually watch those like towards E3 as like a bit of a fun thing. Is like I'll rewatch like the old 2006, 2007, like those conferences. I'll rewatch them around this time just as like nice background noise while I'm working, and it's also kind of funny being like, oh, that's when they announced this or announced that, and it's like, okay. So yeah, that might be something we do at some point as like a watch-along revisit to something older, but I don't know how of value those streams would be. Maybe we can make them like an unlock perk for a goal or something, might be fun. I don't know. Just camp it in there. See, like, this map's okay, but it's like, man, some of the camping spots in this one are just utterly annoying to deal with. Because, like, enemy teams just get, like, completely entrenched on certain, like, domination points. And there's, like, nothing you can do.
We're taking Charlie.
That guy just knew where I was. God, that's so annoying. More limited scopes. Well, the easier the remake or remaster, the, you know, less it costs, right? Games take over 10 years to develop? I hope not. As I said, I'm really assuming that these new engines and like AI technology is going to help keep the game development times down, hopefully a little bit more, but I don't know how like sustainable an industry would be if it takes 10 years to make something. Like, you're already talking about literally every single big game now that's AAA making or breaking a studio. Could you imagine a 10-year project that, like, bombs upon launch? Your studio would immediately be just done. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know if there's good enough return on investment in spending 10 years developing a game. Something's got to break. Either the scale's got to shrink or something, but I don't even think 5-year development times and cycles are that viable for an industry, but I don't know, that's how it's going right now. I miss when you could get a, you know, whole franchise in like 10 years, you know, like a whole trilogy of games. That was, the 360 era was that soft spot for like, you know, good things. Man, I'm just like not getting these skills going. Sucks. I wish we go on the map next. So we do 4, we get that consumable. If we do 4, we get that consumable. So no matter what I can do, it's 4 until I get another stack of COD coins, eh? Or another COD coin stack. So do I want useless weapons, or do I want useless items? I think I'll go for this useless thing. Okay. What really bothers me is, again, they got rid of my bloody 20 tier skips. I'd be at level 79 of the battle pass. I'd almost be finished. Greedy, greedy Activision sometimes. Xenogears? That's a oddly specific one. Anyways, it's been a while. Be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great. Donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons, all that great stuff. There's channel member gifting. I mean, that's the only way that some people seem to get channel memberships. It's cool. There's the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times. The Xbox Store affiliate link, and the Amazon Store affiliate link as well. For your store purchases on either of those cool affiliate link services to support the content. Oh look, I'm driving. This is me, guys. I'm driving. The pulse releasing. Well, some games just aren't viable these days. Probably why we haven't had a Duke Conquer game. They're scared of it. Yeah, we talked about the Xbox tweet already after the showcase was done. It's a smart way to like let people know what games are coming to your platform. Which again, you know, included the Metal Gear remake. It didn't show the Metal Gear collection. Just saying. Oh, and I die. I'm the only one that dies? No one else gets shot? Yeah, of course. Oh no, that guy killed 2 more of my teammates. Oh, that's scary. This guy just knows. Oh, he runs around with a knife? What are we playing? Counter-Strike? Jeez. It's gonna be one of those nights, isn't it? Oh. Never noticed that statue before. Kinda lovely. You know, and then you get all these people that are like so surprised that these game companies want to buy other studios, but it's like, when it takes so long to make games and you're trying to fuel something like Game Pass, you need as many studios as you can pumping out games to add value to your platform. It's all like, I'd say it's a lot easier to like put out movies and stuff. It's actually funnier that like, you know, movies relatively timeline-wise, it's about the same as it always has been to put out these films. Obviously, they're having huge special effects crisis issues right now. But the timeline for movie development is still about the same, whereas like game development time is like ballooned infinitely larger than when it started, right? You could do like a whole game in like a few months back in the day. You still could, but like, you know, at a top tier level, it's just like impossible, and it takes years and years and years and years of development to put out something that's great. And your game will probably still have numerous performance issues, resolution issues. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh, relationship issues. I hope that gets cleaned up there, Thomas. Nobody likes to have that happen. Yeah, still hoping that PS5 Slim comes out because I really want to have mid-gen refreshes next year. Be very good for business. AI. Like, well, I think a lot of people think of AI in gaming very incorrectly. Like, they think AI will make games, but that's just impossible. Especially at the current point in time. Like, the best you're gonna get from AI in gaming at this current point is just speeding along, like, art development and level generation and, like, you know, kind of basic dialogue. In general, I think AI is a little overblown in regards to what it can do at the current point in time, because most AI is incredibly stupid. But people keep acting like it's this amazingly crazy thing, and yes, it can make cool images, but it's not smart, it's not sentient, it's not, like, complex in any way. So you're not seeing games made out of AI, but AI is going to help hopefully facilitate faster development by assisting with art direction, art development, creating more dynamic random quests, stuff like that. But it's still not going to replace regular developers doing their work on games, because it's just not there yet. It'd be really cool if at some point you could just develop a whole game by having an AI, you know, just telling it stuff, but I think we're way off from that being a thing. At the same time, would you want to play a game just like thrown out by an AI as opposed to some people actually coming up with something creative and unique and developed that's actually, you know, distinct and has that human touch? That's a whole other conversation, I guess, as well. I think that's for art too. It's like, oh wow, this is really cool art that this AI has developed, but like, there's something else by having the concept of, hey, somebody like came up with this and made this, as opposed to just like it being developed there. Fucking god damn it, man. This game tonight, I've just been freaking getting destroyed in some of these matches. It's driving me crazy. Seriously, like most of the time I just get put in these lobbies where it's so goddamn lopsided. Not happy. Because I really do, for me, AI at this point is still no better than like the glorified chatbots from like MSN Messenger like 20-something years ago. Like they talk to you or spit out information in a more natural way, but it's like there's still the same stupid bots that don't really have any sort of actual complex thoughts to them. They really aren't, yeah. But it is funny, people being all like, oh my god, and it's like, they're pretty dumb AI. They just spit out information that's around them. The big difference is, like, the bots on MSN Messenger had, like, a limited, you know, response set. Whereas, like, these bots, they just compile information from search engines or websites. They're just website scraping. They're not actually thinking or doing anything interesting. Except for the images. They're pretty amazing. How have I been? I don't know. Tired, exhausted, the usual. Yeah, it's about the same. Stress since buying the house? Oof. I can kind of understand that. I'm stressed thinking about getting a house. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. What would new like mid-gen refreshes bring? Probably beefier GPU. I would imagine some more cores for like ray tracing capabilities. It would be more about making sure we get 4K 60. I also just want a technology bump up. For me, it's good for businesses having a mid-gen refresh. You know, all the other smaller stuff I don't really care too much about. It's just more having some new stuff to cover and something new to like jump into and look at. Yeah. But that would be, I would assume what we would get is just beefier GPU and then, you know, more cores for like ray tracing capabilities, I would imagine. So like more 4K 60, more games at 120 FPS, stuff like that. Not value for everyone, but they would be probably marketed as like luxury type high-end, you know, offerings just to kind of bump up our quality and keep us a little closer to like PC. Because, you know, if you compare, like, these are the closest consoles we've had to PC, sure. But, you know, when you compare this, like, the Series X to, like, the 4090, it's like a laughing stock joke, right? Like, it's not even remotely comparable in quality. So it would be nice to see, you know, some mid-gen refreshes that just keep that technology closer over time, I think would be nice. Yeah, it's just for me personally there. How much would mid-gen cost? I don't know, probably the same as the Series X and the PS5 does right now. I think the idea would be you'd introduce a new higher tier and you'd bump down or remove lower tier SKUs in order to do so. Series S needs to be dirt cheap, so they'll keep that one. They might get rid of the Series X and just replace it with like this top tier thing or something like that, I don't know. But I assume the goal of it in general would be to keep offering a high expensive console with better specs and then just lower the prices of the other stuff so that you can make them more accessible to larger, you know, a larger group of players and improve your market share further. That being said, both platforms selling very well, so they don't necessarily need to do that, but it is something they could possibly do. At least I think so. Yeah. The Me 6 spot. Yeah, that didn't really last long in the Discord, did it? That was fun. I was having a good time with it. Well, that's the thing, it's like, you know, I would assume a mid-gen Xbox refresh would give us 4K 60 on something like Redfall or Starfield or... I don't know, like, these consoles are really good, but are they? I mean, we're not really getting, like, groundbreaking visuals on these things, right?
Enemy inside the perimeter. Clear them out.
And if more extra power can actually deliver on that, why not?
Friendly mortar strike
Seriously,
on the
like, just
way.
why not? That's the biggest thing, is like, most people also just can't explain why they shouldn't do a mid-gen refresh. Be like, well, we've barely had games for this one, and it's like, yeah, but, you know, it's not gonna, like, take away the games you'll be able to play down the road. It's the same family of consoles. It's just more of a luxury purchase. If you want it, you don't need it.
CHQ.
And it's like, oh, they barely developed for the SKUs they already have, and it's like, well, you know, adding more SKUs isn't gonna change that. I think this guy is cheating. I was like, how did he know I was there? That's weird, right? Like, it didn't snap onto me, but, like, did they have, like, a UAV or something? Like, how the fuck did that guy know I was there? Did he hear me? Like, that? I don't know. I gotta find a new lobby. I'm just not dealing with this tonight at all in the slightest. Lots more lobbies to go. You just watched the showcase? It was pretty weak, man. It was pretty weak. Their goals should be 120 FPS. Again, they can barely do 4K 60. A timeline for these, the mid-gen refreshes? From what I understand, they should be in 2024 at the end of the year would be what they would deliver on these mid-gen refreshes if they're doing them, or at least have announcements by that time. Speedrunning. Yeah, I really regret not just watching the trailers of the showcase instead of watching the whole showcase. It was definitely not worth the time. I mean, I was able to sit there and, you know, I was available to do it, but, like, yeah, it really wasn't worth it. I do not want to play Black Gold. Jeez, the map looks terrible. It plays awful. No, thank you. No, thank you at all. Yeah. I wish I had that many people watching my streams. I'd be making good money. Yeah. Either consoles are really good and the developers don't know how they're doing, or the consoles are not as good as specs. Exactly, right? Like, it's just... I don't know. We're a couple years in, and I still am not, you know, blown away yet. And it's weird. Because it's like, on paper, the specs are really good. Like, on paper, the series actually have a huge gap of, like, you know, power and tech over the PlayStation 5, but it just doesn't seem to. Weird. Anyways, mid-gen refreshes. I'm down for it. 4K is big enough of a difference from 1080p worth getting H. I mean, if you're not playing on 4K, I really don't quite get the point of having a PS5 or a Series X, but, you know, a lot of people still have 1080p, which blows my mind, but yeah. Yeah. Seriously, I literally could not understand how you would have not have a 4K screen in this year. I really just do not get it. But you know, a lot of people do, and they've mentioned that. I've seen in comments and stuff like that, but I literally could not comprehend gaming it, like, or playing or watching anything or doing anything at 1080p at this, you know, era. That's what really holds back people in technology, is like folks that just like refuse to move on technology-wise. It's like, you know, like, I seriously, I just 1080p, I left that behind probably like 10 years ago. I do not get why people are like even questioning that, if it's like worth getting a new screen. It most definitely is. Not to mention the other perks you get from moving on from 1080, you know, like VRR support, HDR, you know, Dolby Atmos, Dolby Vision, like, you know, ALLM, which is auto low latency mode. Like, I really just, yeah, I don't get it. And it's like 4Ks are cheap too. Like, you could buy like a Hisense 40 or 50 inch like 4K screen for like 300 Canadian. Like, they're like free basically. It's not like TVs are expensive anymore. Yeah, it blows my mind. Honestly, just like, I don't get it. Yeah. So that's my thoughts on that one. Am I running? I use a TV. I have a what is my monitor actually? My monitor, I think I use HDMI 2.1 on my monitor. Yeah. Sorry, I'm slightly confused because I did buy a better monitor a while back, which was using the DV, but I had to take that back because it was a used monitor that they sent me. So I was like, I'm not. Yeah, but that one I was gonna use the DisplayPort or whatever. But no, I use a 4K 120 TV, so I use HDMI 2.1. Yeah, I use a TV to game on. I don't game on the monitor. But my monitor is 4K 60. I did buy one that did 4K. I think was it 4K 160 I bought? Whatever that was. Yeah, and then I had to return it. Again, because it was used. It wasn't even a new monitor, and I'm like, I paid for a new monitor. I want a new one. So I have to buy another new monitor. So that's in the plans eventually to get that done. That's in my long queue of things I need to do, and I haven't had time to get to. Yeah. But thanks for yet another reminder of that. Yeah, controller first, then that. I also need to apply for some kind of like special card thing towards housing, and then I have to apply because I want to maybe try to do the Stampede this year as like a press thing, and I always miss out, or I always get too late to inquire about that. So yeah, I got to do that this year. That's on my big list for tomorrow. Even MSI monitor. I have those are pretty good. Yeah, what the hell, Amazon, right? Yeah, literally Amazon. I got like a used monitor sent to me. I was like, God damn it, man. Do you need 9 to 10 hours of sleep to feel good? Too much, man. Too much. Sony are holding back? I don't know, man. I hope they're holding back because there was like nothing at that showcase. 1440? Yeah, go to 1440p. That's a soft spot a lot of monitors do if you're doing monitor gaming, is 1440p, and yeah, it is a big difference. I do not understand people gaming at 1080p. And I see that there's like, you know, like I look at some of the subreddits and they're like, oh, well, some people can't afford it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, they literally give away 4K screens. They cost like nothing. If you remember, I posted not too long ago, back like, it was like 10 years ago, or was it, or 11 years ago. I bought a TV, it was a 40-inch 1080p and it cost me $1,400. It's like now you can get a 4K 60 screen with some nice little features from like Hisense for 300 Canadian. That's not even on sale. That's just like straight up how much it costs. So it's just like I really do not get the people that are like just buying new high-end consoles and then sticking to like low resolution. It's just I don't get it. I really don't at all. Sorry. Yeah. 31-inch 670 original. That's not bad. A BenQ. Yeah, that's not a bad price. MotoGP. Yeah, I have a hard time with those biking ones. I don't think Sony's holding back due to Activision Blizzard. I think they literally just don't have games prepared. I really don't. I think they're struggling too with game development. That's the only thing I can think of, because it's so weird. Because, you know, the deal already got, you know, it's already gone through in many regions. The deal has already gotten like a CMA blocking. There's absolutely no reason for PlayStation to hold anything back at this point, because it's not going to impact any of the cases and stuff. So I think that rumor is just not true anymore. I just don't think they have anything ready to go. Okay, I think I'm going to leave this lobby too, because I'm not liking how this is going. Doing so, but those other guys have more kills, and I don't like that. And we're down like 200 points. Like, why do I keep getting these teams that are just getting like stomped tonight? You know what I mean? Like, every team I join tonight, they're just like absolutely getting decimated in score and kills. It's crazy. Usually we have like a balance, but no. Unless all of a sudden I'm going on a crazy kill streak. which is doubtful.
Ammo here.
Hold X to doubt. Oh wow, they're all the way on the other side of the map. I better get going. How did you know I was there? Yeah, matchmaking is not liking me tonight. Yeah, OLED versus 4K? Well, I mean, a lot of OLEDs are 4K, so that's, you would really need to rephrase that, quite honestly. Anyways, it's been a while. Be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great. Donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons, all that great stuff. The longer your channel member, the cooler your S weird symbol thing becomes, which is fun. Hey, are those lilacs? There's channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times, the Xbox store affiliate link, and the Amazon store affiliate link too. Easy ways to support the content. Oh god, that was brutal. I have a custom controller, but I have to order a new one probably tomorrow, because like I said, I gotta pick up my sister from the airport, so I'm gonna have her take a look at my customized controller so that the colors match. So I don't look like an idiot with my new controller. Yeah, OLED versus QLED. OLED is much better. Much better. OLED is like, I've reviewed OLED screens. They're much better than QLED. Well, QLED is just like a fancy marketing term for like LED essentially, but you know, yeah, no, OLED screens much better if you can get them. Like they're a little bit, they're more costly honestly, but yeah, that is the best screen type. Those LGs, those ones are gorgeous for gaming. Yeah, Halo MCC never looked so good than it did on the, did I review the C1 or something a few years ago, a couple years back? Yeah, beautiful TVs. Honestly, just beautiful. So yeah, if you get, like, no question, if you can afford an OLED, it's a better option than LED or LCD and stuff like that. Much better. Yeah, much better. First party John Wick game? I don't know if that would be quite a viable buy. I really don't know. 4K is a much better price than 8K. So 8K is way better. Like 8K visuals are incredible. Like I've seen a number of 8K screens. They look gorgeous and they're great. I'm assuming the next TV I eventually buy will be in 8K. Because I don't plan on buying a new TV anytime soon. But it will be in 8K the next one I get. But the big issue with 8K is unless you're future-proofing, there's just no 8K content out there. That's the biggest problem. You do get like the 8K upscaling technology and the better chips in those like TVs for like processing and stuff and upgrading, but like there's like no 8K content out there that you could really get your hands on. So it would just be like kind of overkill, which is silly because you should always want the better content, but yeah, for whatever reason we've really struggled on making things that can make 8K content. I mean, hell, most movies are still like rendered at like 2K or, you know, stuff like that. Like they're not even true native 4K, which is crazy, but yeah, like if you can afford an 8K, sure, go for it. Like the color quality, everything like that, much better. Just gorgeous. But you're just not gonna get content that truly takes advantage of what those 8K screens can do yet, and that is disappointing. But they are beautiful screens. Really quite beautiful. But if you can also do it, make sure you get like 120 FPS plus TV, because well, I guess there's not really TVs that do more than 120, but 120 FPS is, you know, ideal for higher frame rates. 8K 120 Forza. Oh yeah. Why make Apple AirPods with PS logos? Because people will buy them and there's lots of money. Is it an Xbox controller? It's a custom controller I have. Stranded Alien Deep. Oh, I'm glad that helped you on that one. The performance in that game's really weird. It's a cool game, that Alien Stranded one, because it's like a survival management game on an alien planet, but yeah, that performance is so odd on that. I really do not get it. Yeah, I genuinely don't understand that one. But on a mid-gen refresh, it could hit 60 FPS instead of 40 something. So strange. Yeah, I've got a custom. What is it called? I'm like again. They're sending me a new controller soon when I customize it, but like, I need to think of what the actual name is. I'm pretty tired, honestly. Like I'm fucking exhausted. What are they called? Oh my god. Hex Gaming. Hex Gaming is what it is. That's where I get my custom controllers from. What's the command for custom controllers? Is it so you do have a video on it. I think it's like Xbox controller. Where was Death Stranding 2? It's a very good question. You hope that 4K 120 become affordable before the jump to 8K? I mean, I'd argue 4K 120 screens are decently affordable. Like, I bought my 4K 120 screen back in 2019 for like $1,600 Canadian. So, I mean, that was fairly affordable, I'd say. Like, I think it was on sale for 14 or something, but yeah, I'd say that's pretty affordable. And they should be cheaper now. I haven't really looked at TV pricing because I don't really plan on buying a TV at the moment, but like, I would say they're decently affordable. Like, again, that's like, are you saying like dirt cheap, or are you saying affordable? Because like high-end TV still costs, you know, like $3,000 or something like that, and that's pretty pricey. But like, you know, 1,500 or so for a screen that has like pretty high-end features is not a crazy price. Again, going back to paying $1,400 for a 1080p 40-inch smart screen, you know, getting a, what do I have, like a 60-inch or something? 50, 60 something? I think it's like a 55 or 60-inch screen for, you know, 4K 120, almost all the new features and stuff. That's pretty damn affordable. And this match isn't going well for me too. God damn it, dude. Do I think we're getting mid-gen console refreshes? I think so. I'm decently confident in believing that. And I'm still predicting them for 2024, so, well, fall 2024. I don't want people to be like, oh, he said 2024, and you know, it's like March, and you're like, where are they? And be like, no, that's not what I said. Yeah, again, my current prediction is new Nintendo console announced in like October, early 2024 release for that one, and then mid-gen refreshes for Xbox and PlayStation in like 2024. We'll see if that happens. Wow, I'm playing like absolute garbage this match. Again, I do not understand that. And our team, we're down by half the score. I keep getting like, just like these horrible matches in squad lineups tonight. It's really been going bad for me. Like, almost, like literally every match. Wow. Guess it's just one of those nights? Man. Let me guess, the mortar strike's right where I am. And he exactly knows where I am. Okay, new match. I like that map too, but yeah, I'm just not gonna get my ass kicked all match tonight, so sorry guys if you were in the lobby, didn't want to leave. Sucks to suck. SPMF is the greatest enemy. I usually don't feel it, but I don't know, man. It's been rough. It's been rough tonight, I gotta say. It's weird. Usually I don't have these issues with this game. And it's like, it's typically like a balance, you know? You get a couple bad ones, you get a couple good ones, and it's just been like slam down shoves on this. I've already answered the comment of what would be the point if there's not games that have pushed the consoles already. Not going over that over and over again. Yeah. What would be the point of 120 hertz or 8K TVs? Well, 120 hertz, it would be the frame rate, obviously. Like, having higher frame screens, like, playing games at higher frame rates are awesome. Like, Halo at 120 FPS is freaking great. So the higher frame rate, the better. Obviously, so I think that one's a very easy kind of note to make, is like higher frame rates are awesome. Seriously. Top tier. Like, if you haven't done 120 FPS gaming, oh man, it's like, it is so fluid. It really is, it's just like a whole different way to play a game, honestly. 8K resolution quality. That's the one defining feature at this point. The technology for upscaling to higher resolutions from existing resolution qualities. You typically get better chip processing on your higher end TVs as well, like with 8K. And yeah, 8K resolution is like very, very clear. But as I said in my whole spiel thing, there's not really a whole lot of, if not any 8K content really out there, so you're not fully taking advantage of it. But yeah, high frame rate is great. Do I think a 31-inch monitor is too big? No, 31 inches is fine. Yeah. What am I predicting for the next Nintendo Next Gen? Better specs in the same format as the Switch. The Switch was very successful for them. I'm sure they're going to try to recapture that as closely as possible with a hybrid console, yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't expect anything past that. If we're lucky, they'll have some sort of support for DLSS because they're using NVIDIA chipsets. That would be awesome. I'm really hoping for some level of backwards compatibility too. Would be great. And yeah. I mean, personally, it'd be really cool if they could get a machine like you know, that's capable of 1440p at 60 FPS. That would be really awesome. But you know, I think at least hitting 1080p 60 for a new Nintendo console would be like pretty top tier, right? Because a lot of those Switch games look like muddled soup. So yeah, fingers crossed for a 1440p 60 FPS target, similar to like the Series S, but we'll see what happens.
We are taking Alpha.
Bum, 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 bum. I think though the biggest goal for like the Nintendo successor would just be making sure that they get third-party games that like run on Series X, S, and the PS5 available on the Nintendo platform, without developers having to sacrifice a whole bunch of like, you know, like everything to make it work. Yeah, because I think that's something that really hurt like the Wii U, was not having good third-party support, and they recaptured that with the Switch, so I don't think they'll want to give that up again.
You're shooting friendlies.
But if there's one thing I've learned, it's you know, with Nintendo specs, keep things safe and prepare to be blown away if that does happen. But yeah, just assume that they're going to do really safe specs. And then you'll see a lot of miracle ports. The streamable handheld, the PlayStation Q, I think I've heard like 300 US plus. Yeah. The shows are yeah, almost all the shows are pre-recorded. Yeah, they don't, like the publishers, they don't take chances these days. Everything is like pre-recorded. They learned that a long time ago at E3. And even if E3 is like a little live, it's so scripted that it's like practically not. Like when you're at E3 and you're like in the conferences, they're literally just reading off of like teleprompters and everything. It's very, very scripted. And all the gameplay is pre-recorded and stuff. They don't do stuff live anymore because they had too many oopsie moments over Pierce. If you really think about it, it's kind of crazy that they used to do anything live at E3 in regards to like showcases, because it just makes your games look bad if something bad happens. And there's a lot of money to be lost by that kind of, you know, mess up, right? Although it would be a really good show of confidence for your game actually doing something live during the conference. That might be a selling point for some gamers, seeing like a conference, you know, studio head playing a game live and being like, see, it really does look this good. Well, this match feels better so far. At least I'm not getting my face pelted into the ground a lot on this one. Yeah, this is good. He just woke up. Man, drinking a lot of stuff there. Poor Supa and his His long drinking phases.
Losing Bravo.
Actually, no, aren't you working now? Good for you, Supa. Good for you working the grind.
Secure Bravo.
Very proud of what you've been able to accomplish out there.
Friendly gunship is orbiting the AO. Enemy is taking Alpha. We are losing Charlie.
Okay. I really do like this level. It's a little different, a little out there.
Secure.
But it works. It definitely does work.
Gunner ready for tasking.
There you go, there's the chopper gunner.
We are losing Alpha. We are taking Bravo.
See guys, I'm killing people now. This feels much better. Okay, somehow... Aww.
Enemy is securing Bravo. Enemy is securing Alpha.
Ground war or invasion. I hate those modes. I don't play those, no. I think it's good to have a good balance of like CGI trailers and gameplay. Like I think a good mix of stuff coming down the road and stuff coming out right away is the ideal way to do a trailer where it's showcased, but yeah, I think Xbox really messed up last year being like everything releases in 12 months and then it just didn't happen. My opinion isn't needed because I'm playing on Xbox, and who are you? Let's take a look at this channel here. Oh, so you're a nobody. Okay, I'm gonna use my own opinion over yours, but alright. And, should we bring down the chopper gunner? Let's rain down some hellfire. The PlayStation Showcase? I thought it was like the worst one I've ever watched. PlayStation usually delivers really awesome showcases. Was very underwhelmed. Yeah, I don't know. I had like not really high expectations, but I thought it was gonna be like a really easy knock it out of the park for them, and I was like, oh, that's it. Yeah, it was pretty disappointing. Yeah. You haven't drank in 3 weeks and you're working? Oh god, your life has completely changed. How do you do it, man?
Securing objective Alpha.
Soup has really turned a new leaf, guys. So proud of this guy. Is it just me or did my FOV change?
Enemy is taking Bravo. Friendly UAV online.
Like my screen strangely wider? I don't understand this. Oh well, I'm just gonna embrace it. See how fast I was going there? They're like, whoa, where's this guy? I do feel kind of bad for the other team, considering we've had bad matches all night, but
Enemy is securing Bravo.
it sucks to suck.
Our UAV is orbiting the area. Enemy is taking Charlie.
We've got not much time left, guys. I want to try to get that last chopper if I can. Go, go, go. We need one more kill, I think. We've only got like 4 or 5 seconds. No, 5 seconds, but countdown timer's so close to being completed. God damn it, everyone I go to kill gets killed before I can kill them. I got the chopper, should I? Oh, no, I ran out of time to use the chopper. Could have been a second chopper. Yeah, that's what I was saying, is Xbox will have to try really hard to drop the ball and having a worse conference this year. I'm like, the bar is so low. It's like a super, super, super low bar, man. That was a good game. We all did well. It's nice to see. But yeah, the bar is like so low, man. Stick drift sucks. Don't remind me of my dark times with the Nintendo Switch controller. The Joy-Con that brings no joy. Yeah. Ugh. Joy-Cons. the dark Nintendo Tears of the Kingdom stream on that one, the Joy-Cons. Ugh. Dark times. Dark times, the stick drift. I'm excited about Spider-Man. Spider-Man. I don't know. Should be good. I hope it's good. Some of the visuals on the Spider-Man thing were a little bit like iffy, but I'm sure it'll be a good game. Insomniac usually knows what they're doing. Alright, what do we got? Domination on Dome. That's gonna suck. We'll rock it. How long is left in the season? $20 days. I assume we'll stream this again before that's done? I don't know. You're just embracing the stick drift? Good for you, man. What's really annoying me is I don't have any, like, grip on my controller, and the right bumper doesn't work, so I'm very eager to get this new controller picked out. Even though I've, like, sat on this new controller for, like, 20 days now. I'm probably gonna have to ask them for another code when I go to do it tomorrow. Ugh. They'll be like, why didn't you use the code to redeem when I gave it to you a month ago? And I'll be like, I spent 40 hours playing Zelda and my other responsibilities. It was too much work. That's literally why I'm telling some of my PR people, and they're like, hey, did you get this done? And I'm like, I just spent 40 hours on Zelda on top of my regular work schedule. It's too much. Too much. It was like a work week, and I didn't even get like a work week of pay out of it. Ugh. Still have to get that written review done too, otherwise Nintendo's gonna start complaining. Yeah, I'll try to get that done tonight. Ugh. No release date? Well, they did give you a release window, which kind of makes you feel like they're gonna delay the game, possibly, if they can't get it out. So, yeah, I hope that's not the case, and I hope Spider-Man actually releases this year. Because, yeah, it'd be really disappointing to see Spider-Man slip out of the year. Usually when they drop shot like that, they kill you, so that was a bit of a mess up by that dude.
Enemy UAV overhead. We're losing Bravo.
Oh, and it's been a while. Be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great. Donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons, all that great stuff. There's channel member gifting. The Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chat at great times, the Xbox Store affiliate link, and the Amazon Store affiliate link too.
Securing Alpha. I need medical.
Ow. Damn it.
Alpha secure.
Yo, man, got me there. For Gal Ragnarok, and then they had it ready to go. That's a good point too. I don't know. I'm sure they'll announce more stuff and be ready for Spider-Man when the time comes. Who knows, right? We'll see when it's, you know, we'll get date when they're ready to give a date. Although it is weird that they didn't, you know, because it kind of makes me, like, you know, it makes me think of the Xbox Direct, where it's like Forza got silently delayed, and it's like, you know, kind of just like, at least they gave you a window of release, I suppose. That is around where they were already expecting it to drop, so I don't think it would be a problem. But maybe they are kind of like trying to pick... They could also be trying to pick a release date right now, too, because it's a pretty busy fall, right? Like, you know, you literally got, like, Alan Wake coming out, and then, like, the week after is... what was that other game coming the week after? Alan Wake, and then another big title. Anyways, there's a lot of titles coming out, you know, in the fall on. That might actually be it there, is them just trying to, like, hammer out a date where, like, Spider-Man can shine by itself.
We're taking Charlie.
But might be waiting to see when COD drops and all that.
We've lost Alpha.
Which they would know it's a marketing partner, but you get what I mean. They might literally just be trying to find the optimal time to make the most money. Or it could be a polishing issue. We'll never know.
Securing objective Alpha.
I think he's just camping. And he's hiding around corners and stuff.
All objectives. Keep them secure.
Oh, and I hope everybody enjoyed the surprise Left 4 Dead stream the other day. That was interesting. I think tomorrow we're doing Hell Let Loose. Because there's a British update.
Deployed. Friendly VTOL entering this sector.
I don't know if Kevin's joining for that. I have no idea, but yeah, I think we're gonna do the Hell Let Loose update tomorrow.
Securing Charlie.
It's the British campaign. What is with all these dudes just lying down everywhere? So that might be fun tomorrow, but I don't know. I don't really enjoy the deaths of Hell Let Loose, but you know, something new to do content-wise. We're kind of waiting until like Diablo drops and trying to fill in the gaps on stuff, and yeah, essentially.
Friendly UAV on station. We're taking Bravo. Losing Alpha. All objectives. Secure the perimeter.
Oh, 2 headshots in a row. Lucky me. Zero, how did you not see that cut in the map, dude? Blocked my shots.
Enemies taking Alpha.
Doesn't seem like your cup of tea. Well, you know, not every game is for everyone, right? And that's okay.
Objective Alpha is compromised.
You know?
Enemy securing
That's right, okay.
Securing Alpha. We've lost Bravo.
I mean, I definitely get that. A lot of games, I don't necessarily feel that for me, but
Objective Alpha.
still play a lot of stuff. Which reminds me also, Aquarius got updated, so I'm working on a video for that one. Where you do aquarium simulator or whatever.
Enemy securing Alpha.
Oh, and there were some other games. I don't think I'll have them ready for embargoes, but I'm working on Star Trek, which I haven't had time to start. Railroad Sim 2? Oh, Railway Empire 2. The embargo for that one I think is tomorrow. I'm also working on Company of Heroes 3 on console. No One Lives Under the Lighthouse, which looks kind of cool. And I got a video prepared for Nightmare Reaper. It's really, really cool. But I haven't posted that one yet. I'm still trying to find a date for it. But yeah, that one actually is really neat. I really like that one. Yeah.
The enemy holds 2 objectives.
So trying to get all this embargo stuff done. Trying to enjoy my day-to-day walks and stuff. And, ugh.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Exhausting.
Bravo.
The same week as Starfield. That's funny. Just waiting for Starfield so they can release it somewhere else around that one.
Bravo.
Like, it's still... Like you get what I mean. Like, you want to have space between your game releases. You don't want to lose out on potential money because people are buying another game over your game. So, getting these release dates down right is literally a strategy thing, too. Because PlayStation, they usually have the benefit of Xbox doing their conference first. Traditionally, you know, Xbox always does first, and PlayStation is able to respond and change based on that. And it's like, this time, PlayStation is doing theirs well ahead of the Xbox One, so... I literally think, instead of them actually, like, worrying about, like, delays or anything, I think Spider-Man 2 is just, they're trying to find the right date for it. You don't want a, Horizon versus Zelda scenario, or Horizon versus Elden Ring scenario, right? Yeah. A lot of games installed? I used to have more installed before I had that big hard drive corruption.
Enemies taking Bravo.
Yeah, I also think the 800 number is glitched, because it does not seem to count upwards. It's weird, I think your library gets, like, stuck at, like, 800 games or something. Because I'm pretty sure I have more installed than that, but it just does, like, not seem to really go up. It's weird. Damn it, dude. Almost had that guy. November? For what? For Spider-Man?
Objective Alpha is compromised.
I don't know. I can see them going for a September release date. I guess it depends if they're trying to get like the holiday rush or what they're trying to do for it. It'll sell well regardless. It's Spider-Man, right?
Objective Alpha secure.
But yeah, it really depends. Do they want to get those holiday extra numbers, or are they confident getting some extra money, extra numbers like earlier on, and you know, kind of having a quieter spot to themselves? We'll have to wait and see.
We've lost Charlie.
At the end of the day, though, it's all about making as much money as they can, right? Money. Because that is the basis of our fun society of capitalism.
We're taking Charlie. Enemy UAV active.
Oh, well, we got that before I captured that. That's a little disappointing.
Solid work.
Solid work? Thank you. No, it's me, just doing solid work. Yeah, positive match. I'm not gonna complain too much. Spider-Man. Oh, look, guys, it's that Slaughter dude. One more token on my battle pass. Yeah. Was it this one? Yeah, it was this one. I'm going for those COD points. I will get this vehicle. Where do you use this? Oh, Warzone or DMZ or something? Nah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Never use any of the stuff I get from the battle pass anyways. Never do. Never do. But good progress. We might have actually finished this battle pass had we gotten those 20 skips. Oh, 0. That's sure. Okay. Capitalize on Halloween with a Halloween crossover for Spider-Man. Well, lots of people like superheroes. Superheroes are actually more common and popular now, just due to the movies and stuff. It's like hit an entirely different audience, which is fascinating. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly it. Kind of just like waiting for other exciting news. It's like busy, but also strangely quiet. Or am I just used to so much news that it's quiet when there's not constant news just being like shoved down my throat? And look, it's an all controllers. Oh, never mind. We got two mouse and keyboard people, but they're on our team. That's good, guys. See, look, they're our friends. Alright, let's do this. At least the DLC maps that they finally started releasing have been pretty good. Birds up there. Although I will say this map is incredibly lazy because they literally just carved out a freaking part of the campaign, but... yeah, more maps the better, right? It was also fun. I voted a couple days ago. We're doing our provincial votes, which, you know, if you're in the US and you have states, it's like that, but you have provinces. So that was riveting. I did the advanced voting. It was really easy. Seriously, it took like 2 seconds. It was very, very simple. God damn it, dude. I've probably died 4 fucking times already. This match just started. Holy, what is going on?
An eye for an eye. UAV active. Got that one.
Ugh. Will I play Five Nights at Freddy, the new one? Probably not. I don't think I will. Well, I did a Five Nights at Freddy's on the Series X, didn't I? I don't remember what that was, but I did that not too long ago. I don't know, if stuff comes to Xbox, I usually cover it, so maybe? I don't know. Possibly.
Got some. And they said we couldn't be a sniper.
Why do these characters keep talking? I don't care what the audio the character's talking is. It's weird how it like just follows to where people are. Anyways, yeah. A fitting superhero game for I don't think Xbox is gonna pay for an exclusive superhero game. I really just don't see that. People have this like intensive fantasy of that being a thing, but I don't see them doing that. They're trying to build like an exclusive library of stuff that like they own, and by like licensing stuff that doesn't benefit them. It really doesn't. Like, I mean, probably the only reason they're even doing the Indiana Jones is because it was already in the cards before they, you know, where they bought Bethesda. So that, yeah, that's why. Oh, it was Security Breach. Okay, yeah, I did that one. Yeah, I did that one. I think it did pretty well on the channel too, so I was like, oh, okay, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, because there's nothing like wasting your time on stuff and things not panning out. Who was that World of Warships there? I was like, wow, that underwhelmed for performance. And I was like, friggin' hell. That wasn't even worth doing a video on. Not funny. It'll probably get views over time, but yeah, it was underwhelming. I thought we were going up against like console users. These guys are just that good. And again, I guess people quit and leave over time too, don't they? Of course they care more about services. That's where that money is, dude. It's all about the money. I also don't really get the obsession for superhero games, exclusive stuff. It's bad enough I got this guy shooting my ass, now I've got the Harrier just pelting down. Same dude. It's like it doesn't even have to aim, it just like goes over to where you are. It's got the touch, guys. Now it's like strangely quiet on the map. Okay. And I ran out of bullets. Sucks to suck. Seems like both platforms have no games. And now he's got the chopper gunner. Okay.
Fast.
Ah, this game tonight, eh? This game tonight. From that far? Oh, he just like one-shot him with a shotgun from that far? That's crazy, man.
Throwing grenade! Throwing a stun grenade! I see! Changing mag!
Freaking hell, dude. Not great. How the tables have turned, yeah. No one's getting the games out there, except for Nintendo.
You're shooting friendlies! Grenade out! Stun grenade out!
Locating the next hardpoint.
Taking effective fire! Loading!
But then again, their game's also much lower resolution. Less demanding. Technically. Anyways, it's been a while. Be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great. Donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons, all that great stuff. Channel member gifting. The Patreon option. The Discord for stream alerts, chatter, great times. The Xbox store affiliate link and the Amazon store affiliate link as well. For your affiliate store needs. Great, easy ways to support the content on the channel. Ah, goddammit. Yeah, the chopper gunner sure chopped me down in a depressing way. Taught me the meaning of pain. Oh, God. They're killing us.
Throwing grenade! Stun grenade out!
Location updated. Capture the hard point.
You know, it's also kind of funny that Insomniac's now just gonna be stuck churning out, like, superhero games. For a while there, they were trying creative projects.
Throwing a stun grenade!
I'm also starting to think a lot of those, you know, insider leakers don't really have a whole idea what they're talking about. Like, we did eventually get the Metal Gear remake, I guess, but it took like 5+ years. But you know, the leakers also said this was going to be like a big Phase 2 showcase for the PlayStation. Like, literally none of the games they mentioned were showing up here at all.
Enemies inside the perimeter.
Not at all.
Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area.
Yeah, this game has such a weird snap to it sometimes, where people are like, they look over to know where you are.
Grenade out! Stun grenade out! Six out! Throwing flash! Enemy in the area! Drop them!
That guy like running to knife me? Didn't think they were doing that better than us, so they resorted to just knife blade, or blade-based weapons.
Enemy is close!
How did you know I was there? What the hell?
Confirming next hardpoint. Stand by.
I guess maybe you saw my gun, I suppose. Slowing down game production. It does help them, like it does take a lot less time to make something like a 1080p than it does with like,
Capture the hardpoint.
you know, 4K. Although I would assume at this point Nintendo's probably like working on higher assets and just like downscaling. Be really silly if they weren't, like, you know, to prep for the future. Because eventually they'll get a higher end console. My other thing is, I wonder, you know, if they don't go for backwards compatibility, or they're just gonna like spend a lot of time porting over all these big Switch selling titles. Mario Kart 9 again. The Super Mario Definitive Kart 9.
UAV in this sector.
It's the other thing, we ever gonna get a new Mario Kart game? I know 9 is selling, you know,
Hardpoint
like
relocated.
insanely well still, but it's kind of crazy, right? That's been a long time. Same with like Mario Party, we haven't had that in a while, but they did do All Stars, and then, yeah, I don't know.
Hardpoint relocated.
Just feels
Secure
like a
the
while,
target
eh?
area.
Grenade out! Stun grenade out!
That shotgun is like a sniper rifle. I think what's really exciting is the week is getting on, and we're getting close to the finale of my shows on Sunday.
Throwing a stun grenade!
Oh, can't wait to see how those all turn out.
Orbiting the area. Friendly SAE on the way.
Effective fire!
Still got me, man. You can't kill that dude. Ugh.
Locating the next hardpoint. Get ready.
Contact!
Man, that dude seems like strangely invincible.
Target area updated. Move to UAV on station.
Maybe I just don't have the intensive stamina enough for this one.
Taking effective fire.
Friendly
Yeah, that guy
UAV
just
inbound.
fucking hunts your ass down in this. Immediately, just like knows who you are. It's incredible.
Friendly cruise missile approaching target. Hostile UAV overhead.
Got one.
I guess I'll go sit on this position. That's my teammate. Oh, that's an enemy.
Hardpoint relocated.
The Switch successor? I don't know, man. They could literally just re-release Mario Kart 9 again. It does have like 50 million sales. I still didn't kill that guy? Dude.
Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area.
Like, really? Damn, man.
Enemy personnel at the hardpoint. Mission failed.
Rough.
Return to base.
A lot of farming games. Well, they probably do very well on the platform. They always have. That was actually one of the big shockers for me, was how well the Harvest Moon PS5 videos been doing. I didn't realize it was so well loved. I'm like, oh wow. Maybe I should have been doing more Harvest Moon stuff. Yeah, it's like almost a 10K Harvest Moon back to nature. The moon is being harvested. Alright, well, hopefully the next match a little bit better. He was definitely seemed like he was cheating a bit, but you know, this is what it is. To the border crossing, huh? Like this COD game thinks we're gonna sit there and play border crossing. Get out of here. Maybe in another life. Do I have? Yes, I have a. I literally just talked about playing Harvest Moon on the PS. Yes, I have a PS5. So it's actually, it's looking at me really scarily right now, honestly. It's got a mean face. The glowing orange lights. That's because I was supposed to shoot some videos on it, but I haven't had any time. I'm gonna backlog of Series X videos I need to do, PS5 videos I need to do, and like old school Xbox games I need to do. And I got this bloody headset, and I gotta get this new controller, and I gotta email these different people to do this stuff, and I gotta do this stuff, and I still gotta write the freaking Zelda review. Otherwise Nintendo's gonna get all pissy at me. Ugh. Border crossing. You should be able to turn off maps in this game. You know what I mean? You should be able to turn off a map or two.
Domination.
Yeah.
Capture and secure the objectives.
Are they dead?
Reloading.
Joined into a match where my team is getting dominated. It's
Securing
lovely.
Charlie.
It's gonna be one of those nights, isn't it? Actually, it's just been one of those nights. Ugh. One of those mehish days.
Securing objective Charlie.
So did they like spawn behind me? Why don't you go capture the position instead of just like lying down over there? You fucking useless.
Securing objective Charlie. Charlie secured.
Target sighted. Target down. I'm reloading.
Hostile mortar strike near your position.
Oh, that's not good. The other thing I'm trying to figure out is like, do I want like hairpin triggers and stuff on my new controller? I'm thinking maybe not. I think I had a controller with hairpin and I was like, I don't
We're
know.
taking Alpha. Quick fix activated.
Yeah, I'm kind of deciding. The water buffalo? God, that was so funny. Kept finding water buffaloes in Age of Empires. I couldn't run from it. I couldn't hide from it. Water buffaloes were everywhere. The question is, were the water buffaloes tanking the performance? That's what I want to know. The age of water buffalo empires.
That could have been bad. Securing Charlie.
I know it's exciting. I have like a spicy hamburger to enjoy after the stream stuff tonight. That's gonna be nice. Is he just shooting through the wall? Really, you're flashbanging me and stunning me. Okay. Burning my eyes. Freaking hell, dude.
Enemy securing Charlie.
When will there be a Dead by Daylight live stream? Probably when Nicolas Cage gets added, I would assume. I don't know. We only do Dead by Daylight when there's like a new content update. Otherwise, I don't really see the point. It's not like it's a very well-performing thing anyways.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Yeah, this we joined like a match where it's like impossible to really, yeah, this is a complete loss. Yeah, we like, you know, Dead by Daylight does meh kind of numbers, so it's kind of just like when there's new updates. It's fun, but you know, yeah. Water buffaloes. Where the water buffalo roam. There were so many water buffaloes. I mean, Zero, who are you trying to fool by telling us these details that you want us to believe? Look at this guy. Or is he a guy? Or is he a ye? Who's to say these days? Zero can be what Zero wants to be, and that's a zero. Not a hero. Yeah, I still can't believe they're adding Nicolas Cage to Dead by Daylight. It's just, like, if it works, but it's so weird and random. Like, they should have at least tied it into, like, a movie of his or something. It's just... I'm down for the weirdness, but it's strange, right? Like, did you guys ever think Nicolas Cage would be playing Nicolas Cage in Dead by Daylight? I didn't. I didn't see that coming. I thought it was a joke. Yeah, I keep getting bamboozled on these cool tie-ins for these other games, but then it's like, here's Nicolas Cage, and I'm like, what? Oh, Knife only joins when we're winning. Does anybody think maybe Knife's the reason we're getting these intense lobbies? Oh. Is it gonna find us like a match? Like ever? I just want to find a lobby to join. I don't want to wait for this lobby to be over. There we go. What do we got? Domination on Taraq. Oh, I hate my life already. Okay, we'll do it. We'll get it done, guys. We will be Taraq'd out. Wow, the Panthers are going to the Stanley Cup Finals. What a terrible ending to the NHL season. Terrible. Yeah, I still gotta figure out if I want to do Stampede 2 this year. You know, it's very funny. So Stampede every year, it's like this, you know, big outdoor carnival thing we have here, fair or whatever. And it's like, I'm always like, oh, I'm not going, and I don't buy, like, Stampede tickets, because you can get cheaper tickets at Costco. And then I always end up going, and I'm like, ah. And then whenever I buy Stampede tickets, I don't end up going. It's ridiculous. I think Nicolas Cage's movie is like kind of inspired by it, but it's different. The Dead by... Are they doing a Dead by Daylight movie? It would make sense, actually. I wonder if that rumor of like Xbox buying the Behavior Interactive will ever come true. Be cool to see Xbox having some more like Canadian studios.
We control Charlie. Securing Charlie.
Canada.
We're taking Bravo.
Enemy is close.
Secure Bravo.
On your six!
Still actually pretty sour that Xbox dropped this from the Fan Fest for this year. Level 465. Well, somebody's put in the time.
Throwing grenade! Throwing
We
grenade!
secured the lead.
I haven't even put in that many hours, and I've been streaming this pretty steadily too.
Enemy securing Bravo. Enemy taking Charlie.
Enemy spotted. Blood for blood.
Blood for blood.
Online. Securing objective Bravo. We've lost all objectives.
I am with
Not
you.
an option. We control Bravo.
Loading.
Did she say clothing or did she say reloading? She probably said reloading. It'd be really weird for her to say clothing unless some kind of character was naked running around for no reason. Although it would also be humorous to see a character in this war scenario be like, clothing,
Ammo here!
because they're too scantily dressed.
Securing objective Charlie. Securing objective Alpha. Securing Charlie.
I saw that guy's head. I want to shoot him in the face.
Friendly UAV online.
See, look, he's trying to like jump up there or something.
Securing Alpha.
Drop them!
Oh, that's my teammate.
Have your
Enemy
back.
movement! Changing mags!
All objectives secure. Expect company. The enemy took Charlie.
All objectives. Oh, the enemies took Charlie. It's like, okay, well, that was short-lived. Cheer.
Bravo. Friendly counter UAV.
Got like a kill streak going on here. No!
Enemy securing Bravo.
Your stars are about to get swept. Yeah, I mean, your first mistake was cheering for the star. Yeah, Vegas versus the Panthers finale. I could just so care less about either of those teams winning. Like, just so care less about that cup final. Probably like the most boring cup final I could think of. Ugh. Terrible, man. It's just,
Quick fix activated.
it's so weird.
Enemy operators.
Like, of all the teams to make it there, it's like, why?
We're taking Charlie.
They tagged me! Throwing grenade!
We control all objectives.
Anyways, the Vegas team should enjoy their victories while it lasts. I'm sure eventually their good players will age out, and it'll be like decades of misery of not making or performing. Unless they get lucky and get all these top-tier draft picks and stuff, but who's to say, right? My favorite mode? Demolition, if that exists. Am I gonna check out The Expanse? Probably. I like Telltale games, so I imagine I would. I still need to check out that Telltale-like freaking Star Trek game, like I mentioned. Just not had a moment. I'm debating if I just want to do gameplay for it, or if I want to properly review it, so I'm gonna have to look up how long it is. I actually really would not mind sitting there playing the Star Trek game, so kind of trying to figure out if I have scheduling time or if I just need to shove out a video for it and just like, you know, call it on that and then trying to find time to play it myself. I still have to find a night to sit there and play that Hitchcock's Vertigo game. God, I want to do that. It's like my my side work project there when I finally finished that Blade Runner game. That Blade Runner game is actually really, really good. I quite like that one. Yeah, I quite like that Blade Runner.
Objective Charlie is compromised. Take it back.
I got an assist? Oh, come on. Then I get SAB'd? Dude. To Dallas teams in your area. Oh, that's rough, man. I'm just kidding. No, the Stars have interesting jerseys, but yeah, no, it's...
Securing objective Charlie.
I don't know, the playoffs are weird this year. Very, very weird. I mean, hell, my team didn't even make playoffs. That usually never happens. Usually always in the playoffs, so it's strange.
You're halfway to mission complete. Keep it up.
Enemy in the area.
Throwing grenade!
Yeah, I'm mostly just, again, killing time till like Diablo comes out, though. Hopefully I'm assuming I'm gonna get to cover that one. Being overly confident, but I don't know.
Objective Bravo is compromised. Enemy securing target.
I did good coverage on the beta, and I did well on Diablo 2, so I
Captured all objectives. Take them back.
think I'll get it.
Secure
If not, I'm assuming Xbox has the marketing rights on that one, and they'll send it over or something. It'd be so much easier if Xbox just ended up owning Activision Blizzard at this point. It would have been much simpler. And think of the bump up in, you know, views and stuff I could have had. Could have hit my 100K faster. I really could have. Sucks to suck. Is Blade Runner on the consoles? It is. I have a video of it up on the channel. It's Blade Runner Enhanced Edition. It's like a remastering of like a classic game from like the PC, and it's on the console. It's really cool. But it's like, it's a point and click game, so like, you know, it's not gonna be for everyone, but it's really quite interesting. Yeah. Really, really, and like your choices, like the ending like greatly varies based on what you choose to do in your interactions with people.
We're taking Charlie.
Ammo here. Reloading. Frag out! Throwing grenade!
Securing objective Bravo. Hostile UAV in the area.
Damn it, dude. Do I think the Master Collection will be multi-platform? I have not been able to get any confirmation that they'll be platform. My Konami rep said that they have not confirmed platforms yet and to wait for more official information. So I currently don't assume it is. It's suggestive that it is, but don't assume the collection is, because there's, yeah, my Konami person wouldn't even like confirm or not. And it's been a while, so be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great, donation's cool. Consider becoming a channel member. I know, right? What a crazy thing to call to action. There's channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chats, and great times, the Xbox store affiliate link, and the Amazon store affiliate link too. Although I don't think we're going to be able to hit our channel membership goal, because I'm pretty sure a bunch of channel memberships expired because Larry's expired, so yeah. There goes that idea again. Someday we'll get there. Someday we will unlock a new emote. It will be great.
We're taking Bravo.
Yeah, damn it.
Objective Bravo secure. Enemy securing Bravo.
Frag out! Throwing grenade!
The enemy took Bravo.
Down. Watch your fire!
Damn it, dude. You could get me. You guys are talking about basketball? Yeah, okay. Yeah, but the Metal Gear remake is 100% coming to the all platforms. Which again makes it so weird that they didn't say anything for the collection definitively. It's very, very odd. Maybe they're still trying to like sell off exclusivity or something like that. That would be funny.
Enemy securing Charlie. Bravo secure. We've lost Charlie. Securing Charlie. Securing objective Alpha. Enemies taking Bravo.
Reloading!
Charlie secure. We're taking Alpha.
Sniper's down!
Securing objective Alpha.
I am with
We
you.
hold all
Yeah,
objectives.
we could still... Nah, 184 to 148, I don't think we're getting this one. Unless we actually dominate here for a while.
Ammo here!
Enemies taking Charlie.
So we're losing A and C at the same time?
Objective Alpha is compromised. Take it back.
Reloading!
Ugh. Thought I was gonna go get that. Indeed. Well, you know, always here for great, insightful, exciting information. But yeah. I'm sure I'll be messaging it out, or it'll be so public the info once it actually drops for that one. But yeah, no, I literally checked with my Konami rep, and
We
yeah,
secured 2 objectives.
strange. It's also funny because I rarely have to talk to my Konami rep because they don't do a whole lot of stuff ever. And I think this is like a new rep too. That's another thing. It's so hard to keep your contacts up to date for different companies. So many times I'll email and be like, I have no idea who the hell this person is.
Enemy securing
Not at all.
Securing Alpha.
Yeah, on the latest platforms, that really popped out to me, and I was like, why? Why does it say that?
Our UAV is orbiting the area.
Defeat. I thought we could come back, guys.
Return to base.
I believed in this team. That's what you get when you let your heart win. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Paramore knew it, guys. She knew what was up. Haley Williams there. Yeah. Knife. Why didn't you knife more people that match? I expect at least 30% more knives from you in the game. At least. Okay. I'm really gonna be one battle pass token away from unlocking the COD points there. Oh, that's rough. I mean, I'm sure we'll stream this probably before the season ends again, right? At least I think. I don't know. Odd. Very, very odd. Ah, jeez. Ooh, look guys, we're only like 3,000 subscribers away from my goal, and it's taking forever. We get to play the Lighthouse? I love this map. Let's talk about lunch. Ugh. No, I've got this like nice spicy chicken, or not chicken, spicy hamburger to eat once the stream's done. It's gonna be good. I was gonna have a pizza pop, but yeah, it's left over from dinner. It's gonna be a good hamburger. And then hopefully I'll get up early enough, rush out to the middle of nowhere for a mall, and then rush over to the airport. Although I'm in no rush to get to the airport. Shuttle duty for myself. Hopefully I won't. Yeah, it was actually funny. The last time I had to pick up my sister from the airport, I was having like my window wiper fluid. The window washer fluid was not working. There was like I guess one of the lines was pinched or whatever, so I had to like fix it. But it was like my windshield was just filthy, and I was like, I can't see anything. And I was like sitting there trying to like refill it and stuff while I was like waiting at the airport waiting place. It was just like, oh my god. Yeah, kind of funny. Leo's Lighthouse. I love this level. This is in Spain? Ooh. Let's do this, squad.
Hardpoint. Rather one. Control the target area.
I'm gonna miss this map when the new COD comes out. It's just so top tier.
Located. Lock it down.
We're throwing a stun grenade.
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Reloading.
Double kill.
We have the lead. Hardpoint
You're shooting
compromised.
friendly. Area's
Hostile
hot.
UAV active. Locating the next target.
No, my kill streak. Ugh.
Enemies inside the perimeter.
People are always welcome to join.
Blood for blood.
Not enough content? Oh my god. I'm out here trying to content it up as much as I can. I don't know what you want from me. Although I am pretty tired.
Enemy pencil out at the hardpoint.
Ugh, I still have a movie I need to watch too. I wonder if the screener link still works. Ugh, god. Need to find time. Need more time.
Confirming next hardpoint. Stand by. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area. Upgraded. Capture the hardpoint.
Switching mags.
Yeah, I don't think I can fit that in tonight either.
I'm
Oof.
loading.
Hostile Overwatch helo is in check.
Stun grenade out.
Better luck next time.
Thermite, take cover.
I'm burning alive and I don't like it.
Dropping ammo here. Grenade out. Throw your stun grenade.
It's like such an awkward spot to defend.
Grenade.
Enemies inside the perimeter. Hardpoint relocated. Stand
I
by.
see.
Oh crap, is that like a chopper shooting at me? Oh, no, 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 no.
Gunner ready for tasking. Hardpoint relocated.
He's got a damn
Secure the
blade,
target
guys. Damn blade. Kind of worried about that chopper.
Movement in this area.
It's like I'm like 1 away or 2 away from getting like a gunship, but there's a chopper up there. So like, I want to play it a little safe. Little safe. So if I could get the gunship too, that would be pretty cool. Make up for some of the crazy deaths tonight. Can you swim? You can swim around, right?
The next hardpoint. Get hostile chopper gunner incoming. You're halfway.
Oh, there's a hostile. How did they get a hostile chopper gunner?
Location upgraded. Capture the
Damn it,
hardpoint.
dude. Damn. That's rough.
Stun grenade out.
Hey, look, there's like a little cat. Oh, now it's broken. If only I could have gotten my gunship. Man, that guy is like super weirdly effective with that chopper gunner. You hide in this corner.
Requesting
And
ammo.
now I'm gonna use my chopper gunner.
Good kill. Target area updated. Move to the hardpoint. Enemies inside the perimeter.
You notice how our team just like let their chopper gunner destroy
Secure the area.
us like crazy, but when I get the chopper gunner, their team's like, no, no, no.
Good kill. Good scan. Good scan. Enemies inside the perimeter. 711 is outbound. Good luck down there.
That was the so-so choppering, wasn't it?
Yeah. That guy's down. Enemies locating the next hardpoint. Get ready.
I was always ready.
Covering your six.
Hostile UAV in the sector. Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area.
Moving here.
Damn. How am I feeling? I'm feeling like it's taking forever to get to my 100,000 sub mark. Like, it's slowed down so much, it's just terrible. It really feels like it's taking forever because it's, you know, it is slower than usual, so. Yeah. Just want to get it done and out of the way, basically.
Got one. Switching mags.
Yeah, this pace is going to take at least 3 to 4 months. Ugh. Kind of wanted to get it done over the summer so I can celebrate, you know, outside or something, but
Enemy contact.
I don't know, it happens when it happens. It also makes me wonder if the sub slowdown is the fact that there's, like, I've reached my limit of, like, people that are in this sort of niche to really capture as subscribers. I don't know.
Enemies inside the perimeter.
I wonder if I have to pivot to something different content-wise again. Ugh. Oh, I got saved? Knife, did Knife save my life there, or was it somebody else? That's kind of funny. Huh. Yeah. I don't know, like I said, I can't make it go any faster. I could just keep doing the content I do and stuff, and yeah, hope for the best. Like, it would probably go up faster if I released less videos, but then I wouldn't make as much, so, you know, it's a trade-off, I understand.
Stand by.
How did that guy not die? That was a lot of bullets.
Target area updated. Move to the hardpoint.
I'm taking fire. Grenade out. Throwing a stun grenade. Changing mag.
Hostile UAV active.
UAV active and that guy still didn't see me? I was like right behind him.
We're gaining ground. Don't stop.
People just like not use their UAV or what?
I'm loading.
Locating the next target. Get the hardpoint. Our UAV is orbiting the area. Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area.
Oh, come on.
Enemies inside the perimeter.
Ah. Yeah, hopefully they bring their A game. I mean, I don't like to, you know, I mean the level of like expectations for that Xbox showcase, they're so low. I mean, I'm sure it'll go over fine. Hopefully it's good. Yeah, that reminds me to email that group too. Ugh.
Hardpoint relocating. Stand by.
That's the end of that. I'm tired. I'm just gonna call it here, guys. We'll continue. There'll be more COD in the future. Like I said, I think tomorrow should be hell up this with the update, and yeah, have a good one and stuff like that, guys. Thanks for checking in.